Salutations! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be time for another Let's Play here. Let's get this party started. Having some technical issues. Had to do a lot last minute setup, so I apologize. I'm slightly late tonight, and it just having a little trouble getting set up and going here. But I think it's finally working. So let me do a sound test on the cell phone here. It is working. We have we have the chat window up. The headset is on. And hopefully as everything is ready, welcome. My name is Phil, aka JCServant from RPGamer.com, and welcome to yet another episode of JCServant Plays, where tonight I will continue my trek through Child of Light, and I'm gonna be doing it with my controller wireless. I've been using this with a wire. If I'm doing faster gaming, that's usually the preferred way to go. Never realized though that this thing has a battery compartment on the back, and I could just be playing this wirelessly. And so we're gonna give that a shot tonight, because that cord gets in my way during streaming. But before we do, let's say hi to our co-host, Tiger. He is back, and he wants to say, "Look at this face. He loves the camera. That is the camera. Hey, hello world. That's his paw of approval right there. Say hi to the world." Fat cat. No, no, he's not fat. He is symmetrically challenged. Is that what they call it these days? He's aerodynamic. He's not chonk. That's not okay to say. It's okay, boo. He didn't mean it. It's okay. It's okay. Um, yeah, no, he is. He's got sensitive feelings. Let's be nice to the kitty, right? He's got floofy. There you go, floofy, floofy. Uh, that's what we can call him. All right. Let's see here. So, Lorge. No, he is. Welcome, VWagger76. No, he's not Lorge. He's just a little, just a little, he has a different body shape that he completely embraces. And he has come to accept. And now life is good. Yeah, there we go. Purr him up there. He likes that. He likes all those itchies and stuff. It's not a true podcast if we don't have, or a video cast if we don't have him. Um, so, mm-mm-mm. But anyways, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna be playing some Child of Light here in just a minute as we get set up here and we say hi to Ken, give some people some opportunity to come on board. While we're waiting for them, say hey to get started before everyone's on. Let's flip over to this. Let's flip over to OBS and jump over to our schedule. Just remind you guys over here that RP Gamer does stream 7 days a week. This is our current schedule. We just started this at the beginning of the year. And we're actually talking about even just kind of changing up a little bit here soon. But it would be to give you guys even more content. But for now, we have Mondays. You have Lofter in the afternoon, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Who's the father? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's me with the RP Gamer Experience and JCServant Plays. On Tuesdays, you have Herfrog chilling in the afternoon. And then on Wednesdays, you go back to Lofter at noon with more of his Let's Plays, his longer Let's Plays. And then late at night, you have Q&A Quest with my good friend Michael Laus, who likes to play a lot of Monster Hunter, Borderlands, and the such. Some Hades. Thursday, I come back on like I am right here, right now, with some more plays. Fridays, you have Scar playing retro RPGs at 6:30 p.m. And Saturdays, you have RPG Cast at noon, and you have me around at 9 p.m. And Sunday, you have a 10 a.m. Stardew Valley with some Herfrog again in the middle of the afternoon. So there is a lot going on here at RP Gamer. And on top of that, there are random streams. Yesterday, I did a quick 1 hour to impress. That's my brand new series where I give random roguelike games 1 hour to impress me. If they want a spot on the Wheel of Rogue, they have to impress me. Otherwise, they get deleted and take a walk of shame, never to be seen again. So, the problem with petting the cat is the hair gets everywhere. But That is just one of the many surprises you might discover if you subscribe or follow our Twitch channel. You will be alerted through the app of whenever we're doing one of those surprise streams. Anna's been doing a lot of morning streams. Pause. Been playing Fell Seal. That's been really cool. You want to check that out? You'll want to subscribe. You could also get notification by following us at RP Gamer, and you can get notifications of my surprise streams by following me at JCServant, or by coming on over to our Discord. We always announce that at our Discord server over at rpgamer.com/Discord. So we've got that going on. Let's see here. We have the gaming screen here. Just got to figure out a way to get the game up. So stand on by and we'll get that going as we pull up Child of Light here. And these are always interactive experiences. You're more than welcome to chit chat in the chat. I'll read your comments, respond to you as I'm playing in between some of these longer battles and the exploration and everything else. And I'm happy to talk to you. There's all kinds of stuff going on nowadays, both in the gaming news and over our Discord channel. And some of the topics that I choose to talk about come right from our conversations right there on Discord. So come and check it out. All right, let's see what we got here. We need to pull up our Child of Light game. Recent games, Child of Light. It is loading. And hopefully going to work with our brand new remote controller doohickey here. Oh, great. I can't figure out how to turn it on. That's the secret of the Xbox controller. Can you figure out how to turn it on and resync it with your computer? Well, I done this earlier and it was working just fine. And I just realized that I need to set the sound sync so you guys can hear the game. Only the highest quality productions here at rpgamer.com. One second, we're fixing that. We're going to try to load that back up again. Good news is I got sound. Now let's get you guys a visual. And give that a second. That should pull up here any moment now. Through the magic of OBS, we have Child of Light. Oh! Child of Light. All right. Not quite fitting into the box the way we'd hope. Got a new purple box here. That last purple box was a bit too thick. Shaving off critical pixels. There we go. All right. Okay, it sounds like the music's coming through, so that's good. Fancy, I know, right? We're always looking to improve. I'm going to have I was trying to set it up and I don't know what happened because I thought I did it, but I will have a setup to where we just see the game and not the text around it. Just haven't quite got there yet, but I'm working on it. Let's see here. For whatever reason, though, the controller now doesn't want to work. Even though I set this up beforehand, the controller turned off. And now there must be a magic button to get Xbox to connect back to your computer again. Press the Xbox button. Now it's blinking fast. Does that mean it's trying to connect to the computer? We will get this to work. Ay. Windows 10, come on, really? Work with me here. Because it's added. It's on the list of Bluetooth devices. It just isn't jumping out to connect. Yeah. That is your moneymaker. Can't remove that. What is that? Wired for the win. Well, and I could plug it in wire. I could remove the device and re-add it, because it was working just fine earlier. I just don't understand why, if the Bluetooth is turned on the computer, and I have other Bluetooth devices that work with my computer, I don't understand why it just doesn't automatically connect, but whatevs. You know what? We'll remove the wireless device, remove the device. Since you want to be a pain in the bus, Microsoft, we'll add a new device, wireless device. And it should come up on the, here it is, wireless controller, connecting. I hope I don't have to do that. We're now setting up your Xbox wireless controller. Well, that's lovely. See, now it shows up on the game. So hopefully that's not an ongoing issue. We are 6 hours and 34 minutes into our Child of Light run. And here we go. Yeah, Windows and Bluetooth is sketchy as hell. I mean, I use it for my artwork, and it works just fine. And like I said, I could just plug this in, to the USB cord, but I'm choosing not to because I like to be able just to chill with you guys and relax, untethered, except for this headset. Okay, the headset's tethered. The headset's a little heavy at times, too. All right. So we're going to continue our run through here. And I don't even remember exactly where we're at. We were just playing this a couple of days ago. X. Have we been here before? I don't remember. Ooh. Fiery and dark. It looks like we've been here. So we'll continue to move forward. Into Child of Light. It seems to be that game that everybody owns. One of those games, I should say, that everybody owns. But, not a lot of people have played through, which is a shame. Because I understand backlogs. I totally do. But this game's a bit on the shorter side. So you could probably get through it in a shorter period of time. This is like 12 hours. So it's pretty cool. I spy a town past this peak. They will know what route we seek of mice and magna. Ooh. Oh, I played this a bit. Yeah. Like, and for some people, it's like, oh, Phil, I played this for an hour or two. And that was me. That was me before this whole experience. I had played it for an hour or two on my Vita and got, sidetracked by some other game. Forget the rat race. This trading zoo is the fairest, Margaret, I wish to woo. As always, if you're not used to my Let's Plays, if the game has voice acting, I let it talk. If it doesn't, I read it so you don't have to. Any news about the vault? The vault is under assault. And I to the currency rates today. Do not tell me the rates are floating away. And that's the DM in you. What is the fact that I read? I read so you don't have to. We got a fairy nectar too. What is this guy saying? Hello, sir. How fares you today? Why, it's coming along strong. Just passing through? One might say so. What sort of instruction do you do? I educate populi to the intricacies of trade anew. Oh, may I sit in too? I'm afraid such instruction will be wasted. On one ear, without the ear, the nose, or tail for such things. But I would very much like to attend. The class is full. Fly away on those wings. Sir, I declare I will prove to you. I know the subtleties of trade. Give me a target. Ha, no teeth to grasp upon a deal. No smell for the market. Find the impossible do. Without any wishes, oculi or spell bold. Take this apple, and through trade with populi and capelli, turn it into gold. Oh, that's him. I'm using the wrong voice. I do not expect you to dazzle. You are no populi, now skedaddle. Fair trade. Open up your inventory menu. Free trade. In the plains and forests, complete the trader's challenge bold. By trading his apple, return to him a piece of gold. Ooh, that sounds like something I really don't want to do. That sounds like one of those deals where you have to take the apple, trade to the guy who gives you a banana, trade to the guy who'll give you 2 lemons, to the guy who really wants the 2 lemons, so he'll give you a pair of underwear, so you can trade to the guy who needs a pair, he'll give you gold for, it's one of those deals. The red hair. Can you do it in Irish accent? Right? Wait a minute, that's racism. Not all people with red hair have Irish accents. That's not okay to say. It's not okay. We're living in a world of political correctness. You're not allowed to make stereotypes. It's not okay. But brave. Wait, did she have an Irish accent in that one? They might have a Scottish accent as well. You know, I, I, I probably couldn't find it really quick, but I usually would never buy a video game tie-in with a movie, but a relative had given me for the PlayStation 3 Brave, and it's kind of like an action RPG like Diablo, and it was actually kind of fun. It was pretty cute. I can't remember if I've seen the movie or not. I apologize for troubling you, but help is required. Listen, is it a dragon? Did it eat your children? I know, it's a griffin. No, indeed, nothing expensive like that. I just purchased this house, you see. I want to clean it top to bottom, but a few small creatures in the basement are stymieing me. If you could raise them, help a gentleman out. I'll earn you some clout. Or it'll earn you some clout. They might have Scottish accent as well. This is true. I'll settle for Scottish. If not Scottish, then dwarf. JC does a great Scottish accent. I've heard it. I just butcher it. I can do Scotty. Come, she's about to blow, and I don't even do that well. So yeah, I'm terrible at the accents. I will tell you, this is a great time to bring up a little side subject. But for those of you who play D&D, run D&D, I'm on D&D break myself, but I've DM'd plenty of games. But one common complaint I'm hearing about, from DMs is the Matt Mercer effect, right? They get these players who've watched D&D, Critical Role, Matt Mercer's the DM, and it gets them excited for the game. So they join a local DM, a local D&D group, just to find out that that local DM doesn't do the voices that Matt Mercer does, doesn't play it as well as Matt Mercer does, doesn't put the time and imagination into it that Matt Mercer does, because they have a full-time job maybe that Matt Mercer doesn't. Well, he does. He has his full-time job is G&D. So it's something that you hear about complaint-wise nowadays almost all the time. Yeah, that's sad. I've heard, right, Moogle? Uh, no, says VWagger. There have been some great DM sessions where you did that. I know it. So yeah, no, it's something else. The Matt Mercer effect is something else. Um, it really is. It is a common complaint that I hear. And looks like we got some bad guys down there. He says he's got a little bit of a rodent problem, and there's like a fire demon underneath his basement. So I'm not really sure how that's just a demon problem. And normally, I'm not the biggest fan of some of these side quests, but side quests in general, unless they're contributing to the story. But in this game, I feel like I need all the levels I can get. So we got a bunch of, fire spires, which totally look like they're ready for some sort of water spell. So we're gonna go ahead and do our slow down everybody's spell, assuming we can get off before we get interrupted. Whoa! He just hit that spider for 288 puntos of damage. Whoa, okay, lost him for the spider. Remember, boys and girls, we do have a point system here at the RP Gamer channel. If you can see down there at the bottom, you do have a number of points, and you are always welcome to redeem those points for a variety of gifts where they make sense. Don't click on the random rogue one, because that doesn't apply to this, and you'll just lose your points. So use a little brain power before you click on things, but there are some things you can do. Let's see here. What are we going to do? We're going to swap her out with our jester. Excuse me. I'm at 1.5, so 1500. Woot. I know, right? It's all about the points. All about the puntos. It's definitely about the puntos. Well, water this one back here. They walk around or smack around the fire spiders. V-Wagger says, have a drink on me, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And today, I'm drinking this crystal clear glass of what is obviously water. And definitely not anything that wouldn't be water. Because here at RP Gamer, we're a family-friendly channel, and our hosts only drink 100% water. ah, good stuff. That is totally not vodka. Look, I'm gonna look at you in the camera. You know I never lie to you guys. That is definitely not vodka. There you go. I said it. Definitely not vodka. Like that spider dead. Ooh, let us defend. Why are your eyes bloodshot? Because I had a rough day at work and I got no sleep. Work's been been really stressful lately. And then there's all the news going on. I mean, you can't even take your eyes off the news. It's so terrible. Riots on the Capitol and stuff. Just gotta, just don't get the sleep I used to. Let's get Nora in here again and have her do a little bit of regular damage. Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. Thank you, Rob. Oh, is he gonna knock? He knocked my guy out. That is rude. Wasn't even paying attention. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't pay attention, you get your butt kicked in this game. This guy just needs to die up here. Oh, she's using a fire weapon. That's probably not the smartest thing in the world. Let's interrupt his turn. Wait. Oh, that's why people are dying. He's got a really nasty counterattack. Let's see if I can go ahead and fire off another water spell. I didn't want to use more magic points, but this guy's hitting like a truck. And yet he's still alive, because why the hell wouldn't he be? Jeez. But it's like, every battle in this game's hard, but it also gives you, like, at the very least, a half a level. Just why this small cleanup mission we were picked. I don't know anyone named Crystal, but it's obvious we were tricked. Yeah, well, that was definitely not just a small little... Whoa, 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 that's gonna hurt. Ah! Evil bad guys. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Phil, aka JCServant, with RP Gamer. What's inside? Homicide. With RPGamer.com, your source for news, reviews, and home to the best gaming community on the net. We really appreciate you being here tonight. We really do. And I'm going to see if I can get rid of this guy with a fire spell or water spell while slowing this guy down with my fairy and try to interrupt his attack here. Boom. That knocks him back in the timeline. And then the monsoon will interrupt the fire guy. Ouch. I'm just... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I think this is gonna be a party wipe here. I don't understand why this game is so brutal. I really don't. Because we did not pick like super hard, but everything in this game seems super hard. Oh, I know. We can use an item for what good it does me. Healing tonic. We'll go ahead and defend because two of them are about to take attacks and we got no hit points. Child of Light, the Grandia, or the Dark Souls of Grandia games, right? Let's see if we interrupt his attack. And she's using a lightning sword. Okay, she barely interrupts his attack. And of course he dodges. Ah, ridiculous. Yeah, we're just gonna get hammered on here. Literally hammered on. Evil, evil, evil. Yeah, she's dead now. And they don't make it easy in this game to, like, just reload. Let me just go ahead and just keep attacking until I'm dead. Anyways, while we're waiting for me to die... there is one thing I was going to pull up for you guys. Ugh. Game over, will you think? Yeah, just make no mistake. You think this is like some super easy, nicey game, and nope, it's definitely not. Let us take a look. Whoops. Wrong button here. Give me 1 second here. I was trying to fix something on my computer, and I've just made it worse. Aren't we all? Are we all what? Are we all what? Okay. Okay, got that fixed. I think for the moment it's fixed. Alright, that's all set. Alright, let's try to reload this game and see how that works. Waiting to die, yeah. Me, Moogledu's what it meant. Oh yeah, you get to go through the other fight again. So exciting. Oh no, nope. It actually shows that battle's cleared, so that's nice. And I got my hit points back. It's not too hard from that perspective, but those battles, man, those guys hit like a truck. All right, so he was in here. He was in this box. Let me just see if my party's all healed up since we reloaded. Yeah. I mean, that kind of helps. You reload and you automatically heal up, because the problem was when I fought, I was already down to like half hit points or less on most of my characters. So, while we're fighting this again, let me remind you guys, rpgamer.com has a lot of cool articles and stuff. For example, we have an article, I believe it's by our good friend Anna Marie Privateer, where she talks about her journey to complete 50 games this year. As she calls it, backlogging through the year, finishing 50 games a year. So you might want to go and check that out if you've ever struggled to finish your backlog or anything like that. See, check out her approach. We were talking the other day about her 5-hour rule, which I kind of agree with, which is if a game doesn't grab you in 5 hours, just quit it and move on. You know, why do we feel this weird need to, like, oh, I've got to finish this game, or I've got to give it a fair chance or a longer chance? 5 hours is enough of a fair chance for an RPG. So if it doesn't grab you within 5 hours, you know, time to move on. You may not even need to give it 5 hours. But I thought that was an interesting perspective that I could agree with. V-Wagger says, doing a little cyberpunk while watching. Have to admit, the difficulty such as not too hard to multitask. Wait, but cyberpunk is full of incredible, horrible bugs. It's so buggy, you can't play that. Interesting backlogging tips. What tips did you find most interesting or useful, Moogle? Feewagger says, because we spent money. It's that desire. If we spent money, we must suffer. Yeah, right? Well, remember, you probably bought most of these games, though, on super sale. So you probably paid like $5 for a game that came out $60, but you bought on Steam sale for like 5 or $10. So if you pay 5 hours out of it, or you play 5 hours, you're still getting a good deal. You're still getting a good deal. So consider that. You should. I'm going to have her keep defending. Defending's kind of important in this game. In a lot of RPGs, you just attack. You only defend once in a while with bosses. But in this game, it actually comes in handy quite often. As you can see there, she takes a lot less damage when she's defending. There's actually a skill you can get that increases your defense, and I highly, highly recommend that you work to getting that skill as quickly as possible. Ouch! So if you physically attack them, you take 70 frickin' points of damage? That's not even close to being fair. That is so wrong. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see here. It's getting better, but yeah, it is. I guess the bug's there. And Cyberpunk Moogle says, I agree with the sentiment behind the 5-hour rule, but having spent money keeps me interested. I know. That's what Viewer was saying. I spent the money on it. I feel like I've got to, play to get my money's worth. Well, just remember hopefully you bought it on Steam sale, and hopefully that means you didn't spend a crap ton of money on it. So if you get 5 hours, honestly, if you get 5 hours of entertainment, I'll give you spent $10 for. I think you're still doing pretty good. If you went to a movie theater, you spend $10 for or more for 2 hours of entertainment. So there's always that. Let's see here. Moogle Lactomancer, we totally need a like button, says VWagger. We totally need a like button for the other comments. I think the only time Moogle says I've unintentionally power ruled is when something shiner got my attention. VWagger says I have a $1 per hour video game rule. Yeah. I think my problem is with most games, it's like, ooh, something shiny comes along, but I've certainly felt guilt tripped, like I gotta finish this game because I put money into it type of deal. I think that's totally a thing. Totally. I think she's gonna die. I don't know why this fire guy doesn't die. I have no clue what it takes to kill him. Mother fudgesicles. Really? Really? So he's killed my wizard. Just freaking die and stay dead. Thank you. Of course, now they've gone through another one of my characters. I mean, good grief, they just freaking hit so bloody hard. Let's put Nora in the front. I forgot to slow them down. That would help. Let's slow them down, and hopefully they don't get... Ah, crap. They're both going to attack before she does. VWagger Steam story time. I'll tell you a story. Let me think of a story. What is story time anyway? I don't even know what some of these things are. Story time. Probably where I tell a story. Who came up with story time? Did I come up with that button? Was that one of my buttons? That was my button, wasn't it? I must. I don't even know what the button does. It's a button. I swear I don't even know what it does. I have to look up what the button does. There is a button for me that I can press that tells me what the buttons do. There is totally a button that tells me what the buttons do. So I will look up what the buttons do while I drink my water. Yes, I do. Let's see. Story time, story time, story time. Story time. Okay. I'm pretty sure. See, that's an orange button. I didn't make that button because that's orange. And let's see here. I will read one of my stories live on. Read one of my stories? Who came up with this button? Read what stories? I don't write stories. Read what story? I guess I could tell a personal story. I don't write. I don't have stories I've written in a dwarven accent. Let's see. Can we have a storybook time where you rhyme like Child of Life while you tell it? I'm going to totally report you if you don't tell a story. Okay. All right. This cost me 1,000 points. Um. Let me think here. It's really hard to think right now. Just hard to think. Okay. So let's see here. Mm, mm, so, from from the it is all that vodka water. First of all, this I can assure you is not vodka. I can look in the camera straight and tell you honestly, this is not vodka. Totally not vodka. Drink a vodka straight? That's insanity. Don't drink vodka straight. Probably shouldn't drink vodka at all, but don't drink vodka straight. Gin water. It is not gin. I I don't think I've ever really. I don't even know. Is gin colored? Is it clear like vodka? Not even sure how gin works. That's weak. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyways, let's think here. Let's see. Um, from from the land from the land of Orlando, there was a nerd who many people considered a turd. Um, so he would hang out every day with his friend and play the Commodore while his ear he would lend. They would play D&D throughout the night. Their parents walk by. Oh, what a sight! Until 6 a.m. They would slay the dragons, but you would never ever catch them playing Madden. Um, the it would take a really long time to load the game. So aim, tame, save. Kind of backed myself into a corner on that one. Um, Lame. Yeah, the story's kind of turning out lame. But they would pass the controller back and forth. They would pass the controller back and what even rhymes with fourth? Porth? Corth? Dorth? Lorth? Morth? North. Oh, they would pass the controller back and forth as they would continue to push their adventure north. Fighting undead dragons and troglodytes, they would continue to fight with all their might. I'm sure that rhymes with troglodytes. Um, Many a gold box did they beat whenever they would get together and they would meet. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Whew. All right. Oh, all right. That was tough. All right. Oh, let's see what we say in the comments. It's clear. Trust me. I love this story. It's reminiscent somehow The Trentons all sound the same. I'm helping you out here. They did. Clap, clap, clap. Ah, nostalgia. Well, the story could be better. Okay, you made me rhyme, which makes the story rough. Let me give you the non-rhyming story that'll make a little bit more sense for those of you who missed any context or whatever have you. But yes, one of my stories is, if you notice here, we have a shirt that says "Never Forget," and on here is a floppy disk. And the reason why I bought this shirt, the reason why it appeals to me, is back in the 80s, I played Goldbox Dungeons Dragons with my friend on the Commodore 64 computer, and you had the game on these discs, these floppy disks. They were very floppy. You could fan yourself off with them and stuff like that, and you put them in there, and they would load up, and they took forever to load. People complain about load time these days. They have no freaking idea how long games took to take. But you waited. You waited to play your 8-bit low-end graphics game. But those games, they were the bomb back then. The disc, these floppy disks could only hold 380K at the max, and that, I think that was double-sided floppy disk, and they were single-sided. But the whole they were less than half a megabyte. Today, I take a single photograph with my cell phone, and it's many megabytes. These discs could only hold half a meg at the not even half a meg, and it would have an entire RPG on it. So I go over to my friend's house, and in Dungeons Dragons Goldbox games, you could control 6 characters, so we each make 3. And we had a joystick, and we would hand it back and forth and play different characters. And whenever it was our character's turn, like I made 3, he made 3. And was one of my character's turn, I got the joystick back, and I do my action. And we hand it back and forth and go through all these battles, right? And then whenever you want to save the game, you had to take out the game disk and put in the save game disk, which was a different floppy disk, to save your game. You want to save it on the game disk. No, 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 no. And you did that while you listen to cassette tapes on your cassette player. And you listen to Michael Jackson cassette tapes if you had them or whatever have you. And then these, if you know what this is, let me know. But yeah, we would go and we would play those. We would go and play, and we would play that all night long until 6 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes it would be cold in the winter. And I remember, because I used to play in his house, and his mother would have this kerosene heater. Does anybody remember kerosene heaters? And we put a pot of water on top of the kerosene heater so the heat would rise, warm up the pot, and help put some humidity back into the air, because the kerosene heater would dry the air out. But that's what we'd stay up all night playing these games. That are D&D games. Remember those days, boys and girls? Maybe you don't. I do. So this is your story time. That was your story. I'm sticking to it, and that's one of the reasons why I like Goldbox games so much. And if you follow us here at RP Gamer, you never know when I might do a Goldbox game surprise stream. You never know. Just subscribe. Follow us. It comes out of the blue. It just comes out of the blue. All right. Moving on. Let me read your comments before I move on. We say, nostalgia. So much fun. So many discs. Says VWagger. The tritone sounds were worth the wait. Yeah, they were. Moogle says, did you copy that floppy? Moogle, you don't copy the floppy disk. That would be breach of copyright. Never do it. Never. VWagger says, I can assure you that we didn't. I totally forgot that. You're so right, man. I love you so much right now. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. So there's your story. I'm sticking to it. Now we're getting back to the game. Because we were like, wait a minute, we're still doing a Let's Play. And if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the interaction you get when you join us over Twitch and you spin points. You can make me stop the game momentarily and do something. By spinning points, that's part of the fun. Oh, great. Now the controller doesn't want to work. Do I have to click on the... Okay, there we go. We're going to see if we can get through some of this and actually finish this fight. I am out of wishes. That's lovely. Let's see, are they slowed down or what? I don't know if they're slowed down. We're going to slow down this guy here. With a lull spell. Worth the, absolutely worth the points, thank you. Hey, more welcome. You know, everybody can spin points. It's different thing to spin points on. Some people are happy with what they get. I'm not sure if the guy who spent 20,000 points for something special was super happy about that, but I will tell you that the 20,000 point deal is mostly there if you're sitting on, like, if you've been watching us for a long time, You could easily be sitting on 40,000, 50, whatever thousand points. It's surely just there to give you something to sink your points into. And hey, we got past the fight. And look at that, they practically gained 3/4 of a level. Because of course they would. Because of course they would. So, there you go. Ooh, we'll take that. That's a useful item. And we'll charge that up. Oh, we got another. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we can fly around this bad guy, attack him from behind, and get a surprise round. A surprise strike. And very useful for this lady to go first because she does have the slowdown spell. That's always going to be helpful. And we're going to switch out with Finn again and have him do his monsoon spell on the fire guy in the back. Ooh. So we slow those guys down. Let them do their attack. Let's see. I don't even see 20,000 points. Maybe I didn't hear that many first. That's my dex target. Yeah, there's a 20,000 point and it says something special. And the funny thing is, nobody knows what it is. Like, it literally says in the description, nobody knows what this is. That includes those of us doing the show. We don't even know what it is. If you spend 20,000 points, we're going to pull something out of our ass. And honestly, I'm not sure it's worth 20,000 points because it's coming out of our ass. It really is. Let's see. We're gonna swap her out now with our Jester and have him heal himself. So over at RP Game or over on our Discord, we were talking about books, and I will tell you that I do like audiobooks. There's been a lot of crap going on in the news. I'm not a big fan of the news. I watched a lot of news last year with COVID going on, affecting my job so much. I was pretty much doing nonstop news. My New Year's resolution right now is just pretty much ignore the news and listen to fantasy instead. I do not recommend you listen to The Poppy Wars. That is a very popular book, a very popular series. In fact, I think she just released the last book in the series. But I did not have a pleasant experience with the Poppy Wars. It's tough to talk about without getting into too many spoilers. But like the first third of the book is pretty cool. It kind of feels like I need to pick a spell here. Let's do water on this guy here. But it kind of feels don't get interrupted. Please don't get interrupted. Thank you. It kind of felt like what was that? The Last Earthbender goes to school, and it was pretty cool, and I enjoyed it. Then after that, they go out to war, and I have two problems with the book. That kind of like, anyways, for me, is a problem. One is it goes into very big description on war, and war is tough. I guess if you're writing a fantasy book about war, it doesn't change the fact that even if the war has magic spells or whatever have you, it's gonna be brutal. And if you've read any real biographies on like World War II, you know it's very brutal. But oh my gosh, the description goes on for pages and pages and pages and pages. At some point, and listening to an audiobook, like if you're reading a book, it's kind of easy to skim. When you're listening to an audiobook, skimming means hitting the fast forward button while you're driving. And I hate doing that because I'm afraid I'm going to miss something important. So I usually just sit there and I don't hit the skip button too much. Maybe other people are different. You can let me know if you read books. This is the Poppy Wars. I'm talking about the Poppy Wars. I finished the Poppy Wars a few weeks ago, and I thought about it because there were things about the book I liked. I liked the first third of the book. It felt like Last Airbender. It was kind of high fantasy, Harry Potter a little bit, but Chinese version. It's set in an Asian-y fantasy culture. Like we get so many medieval fantasy books, but having one that's set into like the Asian version of the medieval times was pretty darn cool with the mystical creatures that they have and things like that. That was kind of cool. And there was a bunch of history and exposition, and this girl who's working her butt off like Harry Potter in order to succeed. So all that was pretty cool. But there was a bit of foreshadowing in there because she makes a particular decision, and I don't know if it's spoilery to talk about it, so I won't. But she makes a particular decision regarding something that ends up being a personal sacrifice to her while she's in a school. That is like, ooh, that is very graphical and very adult oriented, and ooh, that should have been a foreshadow to me of things to come. Because the fight she would get into later on with the wars and stuff, again, the author spares no expense. I think what she had done, from what I heard or read, is the oh hey Moncappy was she the author researched like World War II and stuff to get really good descriptions and whatever have you of what war is like and those feelings and those emotions, plus of course what you're actually seeing and stuff. And yay for her for research. But holy cow, she went on for pages and pages and pages and pages. And I'm just like, get on with it already. I get it. It's brutal. It's horrible. And it affects the main character. I get it. I'm affected. And I guess that's what she was going for. But I definitely didn't want to do that again. Um, and then there's kind of something else I really can't go into without being spoilery, having to do with the main character and the decisions she makes. So let's just say I think there's some disconnects between the setup and the decision she makes, but and how kind of that plays out. So the Poppy Wars, very popular book. I would not recommend it. I am currently listening to The Lies of Locke Lamura, which I find to be something much more something what I'm looking for. Kind of a high fantasy adventure. Stakes are kind of high, but not world-saving stakes. Just him trying to get through the mess he's got himself into, like any rogue. And and that was so far so good. I'll have more opinion on it once I finish it, but I'm 2/3 of the way through, and I can't wait to get through the rest of it. Let's see here. I'm learning audiobooks are great, but when some authors use repetitive words over and over, it's annoying, right? Hey, but welcome back, Monkepi. How are you doing, bud? It's another night here at RP Gamer. If you're just joining us, my name is Phil, aka JCServant. I am playing through Child of Light, as you can see in the corner. In case you're not familiar, it's right there at the top. And we're working our way through a dungeon that's below this. Whoa, below this guy's cellar. I hit that timer, and I'm not even sure it does anything beneficial. Ah, that hurts. Maybe it opened up. Did it open up that door there? Oh yeah, what do you know? Oh, but it closes this one. Oh, I see. You got to get through here and get down there before the time runs out. Oh, you mofo. Bad timer, thinky bad. Ah. Oh, mother fudge sickles, are you serious? Something I just love in my RPGs, platforming, shiz drizzles. It's exactly what I look for in my RPGs. Thank you so much, Child of Light. I, they say that it takes 12 hours to beat the game, but I don't know how people do it. Wait, I'm gonna wait for that to reset, because I got off to a false start there. Can I stop them with this? Go, 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 go! Woo! Made it through there. So, yeah, just want to remind y'all, we do have a lot of new Twitch content. 2021 is RP Games Year of Twitch. We're really focusing on a bunch of new content. If you're following us, you have been notified about the surprise stream that I did last night, where I gave the game Neoverse 1 hour to impress me. Has anyone heard of Neoverse? If you have, great. If you haven't, have you heard of Slay the Spire? Because there's a lot those two games have in common. And if you have, if you want, you can check it out. It's still in our Twitch archives, and we're gonna bring that over to our new YouTube page. RP Gamer does have a YouTube page over at rpgamer.com. rpgamer.com, youtube.com/rpgamer. You can check out our newest videos. So the 1 hour to impress shows that I do out of the blue, I actually bring those over to YouTube. And you can watch them in the archives here on Twitch. So whatever works for you, we got ways for you to watch that. Have you played Slay the Spire, Mr. V-Wegger? Because he says he's never heard of it. So I'm going to ask if he's played Slay the Spire. It looks like I might have made it to the next floor of that dungeon. I'm just going to make sure I got everything here. Oh, wait, is this the way into the building, really? Let's see. I can't tell if I've gone full circle. I get lost in these places. Yeah, see, I'm just back up here. Hello, is that basement ready? Great. I guess I didn't actually finish it. I don't know how people get through this game in 12 hours. This is one of my friends. I don't know how people like, oh yeah, we beat games in 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours. I just must suck at these things. I must. So what are you wanting me to... Whoa. Ah. What does it want me to do? Let me heal her first. I don't think I played this one, but I think I looked at it. Yeah, Slay the Spire. So Slay the Spire is a deck building roguelike game that's very, very popular. Neoverse is a roguelike building game that is not very popular. So, whoa, we got a bad guy here. On my hour to impress, I give the roguelike games an hour to impress me. And you have to watch the video to see whether or not Neoverse, which essentially is a kind of a not a carbon copy, that's not the right. It's very strongly inspired by Slay the Spire. Yeah. But does it do enough to earn a spot on my Wheel of Rogue? Actually, let me show you guys the video for that. It just takes 30 seconds. We have like a video for my new series. So let me just add that real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Browse for the video. Opening videos. 1 hour. I've been playing Rogue and games like it since the 80s. From Rogue to Zogbon to Azure Dreams, I went on countless adventures in the land of RNG. Then about a decade ago, gaming creators showed us that the formula found in Rogue could be applied to other types of games with mass appeal. Nowadays, we have countless roguelikes to choose from, but only the best roguelike RPGs make the cut on my list. On this show, I give each game a chance to show me what it's got. Success means that it secures a place on the Wheel of Rogue, while failure means the game is banished, never to be seen again. The stakes could never be higher. Join me as I give today's game 1 hour to impress. There we go. 1 hour to impress. So that's the intro. That's kind of the intro / trailer for 1 hour to impress. V-Wagger says, yeah, nothing compare. Have I ever heard of Slasher's Keep, says Doomerang. Hi, Doomerang. No, I can't say I've heard of Slasher's Keep. Let's take a look at the desktop for just a minute. Man, we're just not focused on the game. I'm terrible at playing games. Give me 1 second. Let's take a look at, I thought I saved my desktop here somewhere. Desktop audio, desktop capture. Let's take a look here. All right, there's desktop capture. There we go. Let's grab. Let's first show. Let's take a look at Slasher's Keep. All right. So give me 1 second. Let's pull it up over here while I put OBS back over here so I can keep an eye on your comments over there. So Slashers Keep, hack, slash, shoot, and loot your way through procedurally generated dungeons, smack your enemies and spikes. With the inventory sack, recent reviews very positive. And is that on Steam? That looks like it's on Steam. Looks pretty interesting. I like those inventory things that have the grids because that's very old school. We'll definitely have to look into that. I'm going to add that to my wish list here and keep an eye on that. And that's pretty different. That's pretty cool. That definitely might deserve an hour to impress there. So that's pretty cool. So V-Wagger's talking about Y-Barm. If you go to youtube.com, okay, I'm going to guess if you type in Y-Barm, because most people don't even know what the hell Y-Barm is, but I do. And V-Wagger does. And it says the first polygonical action RPG here on this one. We got a couple of people who've done some videos. I guess you have to go down like 5 spots to find mine. So the Gamer's Experience. If you guys are familiar with my show here at RP Gamer, it's called the RP Gamer Experience I do every other week. We just did our very first full show this last Monday, and we have 3 pilots up before that. You can check all of those out on Twitch, as well as youtube.com/RPGamer. You can check out our pilot episodes. But I actually did a video on Y-Barb on my own personal channel, and I probably will do one on RP Gamer at some point. This is kind of fun and difficult to set up. I talk about the game. You can find that at youtube.com. Just search Y-Barb and look for JCServant. I'm like 5 shots down. But yeah, you can totally check on that. I did a total. This is, and the format that I used here to show off the game, which took about an hour, became the inspiration for the RP Gamer Experience. But this was episode 1. What's a little interesting factoid, by the way, if you put in, like, let's say we put in Goldbox JCServant, is I did like 10 episodes, give or take. I think a little bit less than 10 of the Gamer's Experience on my own channel. And the Gamer's Experience here has 2.6 thousand views. People like the Goldbox games. So that's probably by far my highest performing. Got lots of comments on it too. So yay. But there we go. You saw it there first here at rpgamer.com. Let's see, display capture. We'll turn that back off. But I might do a Y-Barb. I think that's definitely an overlooked classic. It's also kind of difficult to get running, though. I usually mostly talk about games you can still play these days. Y-Barb, you got to finagle with it. You got to download a DOSBox emulator and finagle with it to get to work. We totally need to do a Y-Barb playthrough on here. Y-Barb, so when I did the gold box or the Let's Play there, I didn't record the full Let's Play. I just did the hour. But I actually did go through and beat the game. It's a modern, that's a gold box. It's a modern version of a childhood. We spent weeks on that game, probably months. You can monetize now, right? No, we're not. Just not monetizing. I am not big into monetizing. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. We're gonna have her defend. And we're gonna go through. Oh, sorry, her turn again. Her turn to defend, maybe. Yeah, you can see it takes a lot less damage when you defend. Not just half, like 70% less because we upgraded her defense ability. You should always upgrade these guys' defense ability whenever possible. Let's swap out to the wizard. Can we do that? Get a little monsoon going, maybe? and slow the rest of these guys down with a slow spell. He is vulnerable to water. Who would have guessed? A lot of my friends are very excited for Monster Hunter Rise, which comes out on your Nintendo Switch system on March 26th. And I'm very excited. You're very excited. Everyone's very excited. And the demo just came out tonight. In fact, here's my Nintendo Switch down right here. I was checking to see if it downloaded yet. There it is. The Monster Hunter Rise demo is ready to play. I'm very excited for this. It's like Christmas in 2021. But I love you guys so much. I'm going to continue to play this because I have no way of streaming Rise, the Rise demo. So we're going to just continue to play Child of Light. But trust me, inside, I really wish I was playing something else. Swap back to the Jester, maybe? Because he has the water attack. But he also has the heal spell. But let's have him do the water attack. Let's see what you guys say. I was disappointed when Monster Hunter Rise wasn't a Monster Hunter Persona 4 crossover featuring Rise. What? What abomination have you just come up with in your head? Because I feel like that, whatever that is, that sounds like an abomination. Wow, we can dodge. I don't have a Switch. Well, you need to get a Switch. I heard your daughter has a Switch. Just steal hers. It's fine. I give you permission. Steal her Switch. Steal her Switch. Steal her Switch. Steal her Switch. Rise just performing, helping you navigate as you hunt monsters. That mage guy becomes a complete powerhouse if you stack his magic. What do you mean if you stack his magic? Stack his magic with what? And I don't know if these earth guys are vulnerable to any particular type of magic. So I think I've tried most elements and they don't seem to be particularly vulnerable to any of them. I forget it's been a while. You get permanent stat boost in this game. Oh, yeah, there's certain items you can pick up that can help out, and there's definitely level up skills you can pick. So let's see what we got here. Probably spend points in a couple levels here. So I have been, so you got like, you can upgrade their spells if you get far enough in a tree, but there's different trees. And I look for that defense upgrade first. I mentioned that before. That's very important. I think the defend upgrade with the 2 stars. I've got that on every character now. I want to say, because yeah, you got it here, you got it down here, over here, you got the defend with 2 stars. Let's see, over here, you got that early with her. And then the Jester. Oh, now I got it with him. He was the only one who didn't have it. So there we go. Let's take a look here. Counter heal. That actually saved my bacon once, but that's not a big deal. What's this? Tumble all. A tumbling attack that attacks all dark creatures. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds special. He attacks so often so quick. You get permanent stat boost. I think there's items you find strength, magic, seed all the time in skill tree, but I might be wrong. Yeah, no, we definitely found some magic items along the like permanent. We'll take a look at our inventory, but I do find those along the way and I use them. And I think I usually spend magic on him. So let's get, but I do want this tumble all because that's going to be very helpful. Of course, heal all is kind of going to also be helpful, but I'd rather attack all. On this wizard guy, what do we want to spend our points on? We got 3 points. Upgraded knock doesn't really impress me. Lightning Strike all. Rage and Capilla increases the power of all spells by 20% as passive skill. That's fine. We'll start working our way towards that, I think. So I don't think, I'm just looking over the rest of his skills. I don't think anything really jumps out at me except, no, nope, not really. So we'll keep working towards that. Aurora, is this Aurora? No, this is, what's her name? Nori or whatever. For her, what do we have here? Critical upgrades, unstoppable. We don't use that a whole lot. We really use her slow down spell a lot, which we upgraded right here. Low all is very helpful for slowing down everybody. I think outside of that, I'm not really looking for much from her. Just trying to see if there's anything that would probably help a little increase on your timeline. And I guess we could work towards the other one. So we'll continue to work towards there. And then we're with Aurora. Let's see. Hello, Chaos. How are you doing tonight? How are things going? I hope you're doing well. And we are doing well. We're just playing some Child of Light here. I don't really see anything here that really says you gotta have this with Aurora. That you want to work towards this. Nothing that I don't already have. I'm gonna hold off on her for the moment. Doing alright, power just went back on. What, row? What happened to your power? So if we look at our inventory, you were asking about upgrade. We do have a couple of, here we go, magic increase by 3. So use that on Pumpkin here. He's already up to 58. We'll get up to 61. Permanently increased defense. We'll get him a little more. We'll give him the defense. He's up to 57. Holy cow. And then permanently increase hit points. Give that to Aurora. Okay. Power got turned off. Load shedding. It's a daily thing in South Africa. Well, we have something like that in California. It's called brownouts. The way you play, get the HP. Gotta have the HP. So, oh, wait a minute. What am I looking for in this dungeon here? We came from there. What does it need me to do to complete this darn dungeon? Go down here. Search over here in a crevasse. Nope, we've been here. Been here, done that. Been through this little circle here. Ah! I hate this little diagonal dagger thingy. Where does it want me to go? Wait, can I walk down here? Is that a thing? No, nothing down there. We can't, if we came this direction, this would be backwards. So you clear all this, you get up to here. Did you fight a boss? I don't remember fighting a boss, no. I think there's a Hydra in here or something. But where's it? Where's the Hydra hiding? I hate mazes. Unless there's mapping. There's no map. There's no auto map here. Got a little secret area here. But nothing really there for us to get. Let me heal her up. That is why mini-maps... If only it had a mini-map, right? It needs a mini-map. All right, when do you guys Google this up? I don't even know what you would Google up. We've spent an hour. We've already spent half our session tonight with this quote-unquote side quest dungeon, and I don't even know where to go next. Stupid game. Let's see if I come up to him over here, hit the button. Is it clean? Sir, indeed it is. Oh wait, now we're moving forward because I just came up to this guy like a few minutes ago and he was like, "No, it's not clean yet." What did I do? Did I kill another monster, I guess? Anyways, how goes the basement? Is it clean? Sir, indeed it is, but you told us a fib. We found it infested with the dark creatures. My, how expensive. Beforehand, we set the price, fortunately. What you did? Did I sign a contract? No, you did not. Then, to quote my father's banker, Monsieur Mustache, that is a whole lot of rot. I see that you have business clout. Fine, I will see what I have lying about. Okay. Oh, I got magic stardust times 2. That might increase his magic there, actually. I think that's the... Speaking of, one of you guys were talking... Look at that! Increases magic by 3, and I got 2 of those. So if you want me to put that into the wizard, that's definitely going to turn him into more of a powerhouse. I wish you had a basement with... Doomerang says, I wish I had a basement with the giant spikes and a lava lake, right? Chaos depends on the game. Dark Souls does it well with no mini-map. B-Wagger, not you, Chaos, but actual dirty rat. Chaos says, of course. I suggest stacking all magic plus things on him, but that's just me. Well, we're going to get him up there. There's 67 magic now. So doing that side quest was worth it. Just as much of a pain as that was, it got him some extra magic. So that was probably worth it. Commodities are dropping wide. Quick, catch the commodities before they slide. I teach them Ultima. Right? A saver must the vault target. Somebody must bring liquidity to the market. Firefly elixir. They aren't ready for Ultima. Feel bad, man. What does this button do? Ooh, ah. Pardon me, sir. The way up, can you tell me? Looking up is silly in this economy. We have more important worries plenty. Our poor vault might as well be empty. Ah, gigantic vermin, how distasteful! Speaking with them is quite wasteful. So, what are we supposed to do? Unless you have a source of capital to impart, please all of you depart. Rat racism. Rat lives matter, woo! Your wish to reach the temple high above, presumably. I present you with a locomotion opportunity. Allow me to accompany you on this venture. I believe it will pay off handsomely, both for you and for me. Read on. To the promontory. If that mouse comes near me, I shall crush him like a daisy. Robert has joined the party! Woo! Robert, you've joined the party! Join the party, Robert! Woo! Aha, no bridge far. Why do I see? Oh, Magna, can you help me? I see no one near. Me neither. Where are you, dear? My stars! Dive! Run the mountains is alive! Little visitors, do not go. Can I get you anything? I have water, fresh from an ice flow. Thank you kindly, but no. Aren't you charming? Call me Magna. Magna, pleased to meet you. The temple in the clouds we seek. Is that all? Let me shake off my dew. Oh, that's taken the wind out of me. I desperately need to rest. Something's wrong with my heart, you see. Sweetheart, truth is, I'm not at my best. Magna, we seek to go inside. To access the vault of Bulmus Populi. Ooh, ah. All right, take care. Goodbye. Ooh, so it looks like we're ready to go into the mouth here. Oh my gosh. Uh, yay party, Scar, welcome aboard. That's not a space in the chat for the two of us. Says beware. Ah, fresh ice water sounds quite good actually. I think I need to refresh my water because this is really water. Uh, so I'm gonna take a teeny, teeny, tiny break, and I'll be right back with you guys. So hold on tight, chit chat with each other. And I am back. Scar says, I am so jelly of a six artist who does drawings for you. Yeah, yeah. You get only the best here at rpgamer.com. Uh-oh. I almost left my cup of water right over here. Let me go grab that real quick. Gotta have water. Ah, whew. Only non-adult beverages here at rpgamer.com. Ah, welcome back. Thank you. We're gonna play some more Child Light here. I have to make sure I don't have any fancy messages. Think I'm all good there. Let's see what's going on here. So we dive into the mouth of this creature, which is totally not a dungeon. Robert, thank you for your generosity. This opportunity was not free entirely. Can't you see? The queen and prison are accounting. Release the door of our sealed vault, and news of my promotion will be sounding. Are we to be this monster's diet? Robert, why is it you live upon a giant? The populite traveling traders we. Magna moved us from place to place. Low and high we bought and sold at an exhilarating pace, until the new Queen Umbra came to dwell, and night Magna fell. Excise her cobwebbed heart and its spinners four, then Magna will carry you to the temple's high shore. Just imagine leaving your mouth hanging open for 5 minutes just staring blankly, says Doomerang. I know, right? That's what made him do. RPG logic. RPG logic. What are you going to do with RPG logic? Or never before. Never have I seen metal of such putrid color. Worthless like that, it is, but shaped into pins and scepters, hooks and buttons, belt buckles, and ornamented candy for kids. Kids? Of Magna, that is. You will discover that it skyrockets in value. The principle is simple. Even a weed, when gilded, can be sold, or a lowly bulmus raised in status kindled. The love of a fair maiden, and earn her smile bright. Little mouse, are you in love? Of course not. I'm just demonstrating my business might. We get an elixir times 3. Ooh, don't touch the lava or it's gonna hurt. Let's go ahead and heal her up a bit. While I'm healing her up, let's talk about another one of those things that came up today in the chat over at Discord. Is we were talking about Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. Now, I don't do early access games very often, if at all, but I just want to throw this up on people's radars, because while I don't play them, I will add them to my wish list, so when they come out to full release, if they're still good, I'll buy them. And this one is a Metrovania 16, one of those 16-bit graphics deal, but in a steampunk setting. It looks really, really cool. It's already got a lot of positive early buzz. So I've added it to my wish list today. It looks really cool. It's Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. So if you like Metrovanias, you might want to check it out. I will in the future. Right now I'm very focused on, of course, my playthrough list and rogues. But Metrovanias will eventually make their way into the list because they are one of my favorite types of games. So yeah. Oh, I played the demo on Steam. Did you play Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder Chaos? Is that the demo we're talking about? While I attack this spider? Surprise strike. Surprise. And action for slowdown. Always slow down the enemies when you can. Party, let's get in our mage extraordinaire Finn and have him cast Monsoon. Oh crap, that guy's gonna get to go for. And of course he interrupts my spell. Of course he frickin' does. Ay ay ay. Can't get off a spell when they have like attacks every frickin' 5 seconds. Let's see here. Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. Yes, the demo is very short and the combat was clunky, but that's a while ago. But it looks beautiful. Well, okay, that's good to know because it can. I personally am taken in by the graphics, the graphical style. But if the combat's clunky, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I mean, obviously it's just in early stage, so they could still change that. But I think for a Metrovania, it is critical that you have smooth combat. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let me see which spider's in the front here. Is this one? All right, so we're going to have her switch out with our Jester. Because he's got the water attacks, and he can attack pretty quickly. And interrupt people like that. Now we got a lot of people who are going to get their turn, so let's defend. Mr. Laz Ruiz, hello. Laz Ruiz, I don't know if you can see this in the chat history, if you have access to the chat history, Laz, but can you hear me, Laz? Is everything coming through okay on the sound? Monsoon. Action, tumble this guy. Oh, crap. Crapoli. No, I can't see it. Yes. So now you can't see what, and then you said yes. So now I'm confused. So you can hear me, but you can't see me? Is that what you're trying to say? You can hear but not see? Monsoon. Feel the power of Monsoon. Yeah, he really likes all that Monsoon damage. I hear you fine. Chaos says strange. So anyways, Lazarus, I took a break, and when I took a break, I threw up my intermission card, which looks like this. The loo. And when I came back, I had a comment in the chat saying, "Good Lord, I am so jelly of the artist who does drawings of you." You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Les Ruiz? Les Ruiz says, "LOL." Moncappy says, "Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream." Well, we're all screaming for water spells right now. Oops. Let me put a little thing on him. Lazarus says he doesn't know anything about it. Hey, Scar, you there? As we go ahead and level up. Yay. Wow, Robert, where did you learn to fight? Have you been to business meeting? It's kind of like this kind of combat is light. Onwards, the spiders await. Please, Aurora, don't use me as bait. A heart fashioned out of a crystal, 3 cobwebs spun, therefore love little. Aurora, what is the love known by when it hurts to say goodbye? It's hard to read the comments that happen while they're flying through the dungeon because they're so quick. Ice cream would be pretty good right now, right? Are you there, Scar? By chance, are you there? Is Scar there? Is there a Scar in the house tonight? He just got on for a second, then he left us. Yeah, ice cream's good at any time. It's almost as good as water. You guys, by the way, we do have point system here at RP Gamer, so if you look at the bottom where you chat, there's a little point system you can use to do points. You can spend points whenever you want to make me do stuff. So feel free to engage with that system. Some RP gamers are more into, or some of the streamers on the RP Gamer team are more into those points usage than others. I think it's fun. So feel free to use those points. If you're sitting on a whole bunch of them, feel free to use those points. Let's see here. About, let me read the comments here. Chaos says, about Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. Steam had this demo for upcoming games, but not sure if the demo is still available. I don't remember seeing a demo for it. I was just watching videos and it looked kind of cool. But again, I think you just said the combat was kind of clunky, so maybe I'll be a little bit more hesitant about mentioning that. Could I make you do the Macarena? I don't know. Is that an option? Is that an option down the point spin? I don't have them like memorized or anything. I have no idea what they are. I'll be honest. Let's see whose turn it is. Is it her turn? I'm going to switch out with the Jester again because he can heal my wizard. We'll have him heal Pumpkin over here. There might be an option to make me do the Macarena. I don't even know what the hell the Macarena is. I'm a nerd. Okay, everybody was doing the Macarena and I was playing video games. Have a drink on me. I will be happy to have a drink on you. Let us take a moment to remind everybody of the importance of proper hydration. And the best liquid for hydration, of course, is clear, crystal clear, 100% hydrogen dioxide. It's so important that we all take a moment to just hydrate. Ah, so lovely. Just slips down the throat. Thank you for that, Chaos. Thank you. Let's see here. What exactly is story time? Do you tell us a random story? We can ask you for one. You can certainly ask. Sure. If you ask me to tell you a story about my trip to Australia I never took, you're going to waste your points. But if you think it's something reasonable, why not give it a shot, right? Or I'll just make up something. I'm a reasonable guy. Chaos is blank. It's blank. I have to look at my other chat because Twitch, I swear, blanks out the stupidest words. Chaos is kinky. Why is it on my phone kinky is blanked out as if it's a bad word? I hate Twitch. Chaos is kinky. By the way, there was discussion about moving us to YouTube live stream. I don't know what you guys think about that, but sometimes I swear Twitch is just idiotic. Chaos is kinky. Unfortunately, JCServant doesn't understand and drank from a glass. Really? Well, he said have a drink on me. That's what I do. I drink from a glass. Ha. A random factor joke. A random factor joke. All right, that I have handy. I actually got random facts and jokes handy. My last random factor joke. I'm gonna give you an old one for free, and then I'll give you a new one. But the old one that I love to spout off was how Monster Hunter 3 is in the Guinness Book of World Records or something like that, or the famous website for being the longest game to beat. Takes over 650 hours to beat Monster Hunter 3. I love Monster Hunter. So I love Monster Hunter facts. So I felt the need to throw that one out. When someone had redeemed that last time, that is what I had said. So let's see here. I will random fact. Random fact is this. My random facts tend to be video games. Billy Mitchell was the first person to have a perfect Pac-Man game in 1999. Pac-Man came out in what? 1970 something, late 70s, early 80s. But Billy Mitchell was the first person to get a perfect Pac-Man in 1999. The creators weren't even sure if that was even possible because the game was kind of designed to run infinitely. But he had a perfect run, and I want to because of this, the game devs and designers branded Mitchell as the video game player of the century. I want to say that Pac-Man, it is designed to run infinitely. Once you get to the key levels, it just kind of plays the same key level over and over again, just puts extra keys. But I think once you get past 255, because of 8-bit nature and the highest number in 8-bit is 255, I think it glitches out. And so if you can make it through all 255 perfectly with the highest amount of points, because there is so many points you can get if you play the game and you eat all the ghosts right, you can have a perfect game. So I'm guessing that's what he did. And because the monsters do follow a set pattern in some way, you can learn it and just do the key level over and over and over again. So that's pretty insane to me. That's pretty insane. So there's your random fact of the day. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, now people are redeeming stuff because I said something. All right. We did the random factor joke. That was your random fact. Moncappy. What was the game, story time? What was the game that ignited your love of RPGs, and how did you first learn of that game? Okay, so to do this right, to do story time right, we're going to switch over to the story cam. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you guys a story, which, Moncappy, were you on earlier with my rhyme and my story there? How can anyone remember? How can anyone remember what? I missed it, I think. Oh, good, because this won't be too much repetition for you. And there's a reason why I ask. Somebody flip over to let me flip over to my desktop. Let's do that first. Because, and the reason why, see, this is my random fact screen. But all right. So, how can anyone remember what was the first game that ignited your love for RPGs? How did you first learn of that game? I can. I don't know why I can, but I can. So, I am a little torn as to whether or not I had played Final Fantasy or Gold Box games first. However, as for when it comes to RPGs, however, without a doubt, Gold Box games, even if they were the second RPG I played, they were the first one to really capture my mind and my imagination. By far, the Gold Box Dungeons & Dragons games of the 1980s were so much deeper than Final Fantasy on the Nintendo. Everyone talks about Final Fantasy these days, and God bless their heart, I won't take that away from them. But I played both growing up. But it was the Gold Box games that let me make an entire party, that let me pick my races and class combinations, that that gave me tactical combat where every decision I made in a fight can mean the difference between life and death. That that playing smart and positioning my warriors on the field in a certain way would again make the difference between life and death. Um, using tactics, just were so much. There was so much more depth to a D&D game. Naming characters after my friends. Now you got to understand, the original Final Fantasy let you make your own party, but there wasn't a lot of tactics. It was only 4 characters, and there was limited races. Was there even races? There was classes, limited classes, compared to the Gold Box games that were deep and had instruction books like this, and you had to really get into them. They weren't perfect. They had some problems, but they were just so deep. Um, and let me see if I can show you some screenshots. But I don't have. I could download up a game, but I won't. But you can kind of see some of the screenshots here on the right. But it was just so well done for that time. And uh, these graphics, by the way, were also ahead of their time with their detailed combat systems and everything else. And you can see how those dragons look, and these cut scenes, much better than Final Fantasy 1 by a huge degree. So when I went and played Final Fantasy 1 on the console, while I say I did Gold Box first, it felt like such a huge step back because I couldn't move my characters on the battlefield. I didn't have these cool cutscenes. I could make my own party, but I could only name them with 4 letters. 4 letters! I could name them Bob or Don, but I couldn't name them Philip. I could name Rob, I couldn't name him Robert. There was just so much, so much limitation to what I hope safe searches on. I know, right? I look up Gold Box, I suddenly get a bunch of naked ladies wearing some gold box on their head. But there was just it felt so deep. And then when I go back to Gold, I didn't see what people saw about console RPGs. I really, really didn't. So my first RPG, and I could go on why I do like JRPGs nowadays, but that's a different story. That you have to pay more points for that. But my whole point is, my first RPG that really made an experience to answer your question, tell a little story, was the Goldbox D&D, and I played them first at a friend's house on the Commodore 64. And that's why I was asking if you heard the story before, because we talked about, somebody had asked a question before, and I mentioned the floppy disk. We played off a floppy disk, but I played on this Commodore 64, and you can make a party of 6 characters, so we each make 3. We make 1 off of ourselves and then 2 of our friends each. And then during the fights, whenever it was one of my 3 characters' turn, I get the joystick, and when it's his characters, I hand it back to him. And we go back and forth, and we'd play till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We'd exhaust ourselves playing this game. It was so much fun. And the Gold Box series is definitely ahead of its time. If you go back and play today, it is a little tough because the control mechanism and the D&D rules. But the tactical combat, the more adult-oriented stories type of thing, like they weren't afraid to talk about some of the harder things, it was just much, much better. It was than Final Fantasy 1 or any of the Nintendo RPGs. Dragon Quest. What was the best NES RPG, which came out years after the first Gold Box game? It was Dragon Quest IV, which I loved to death, but the Gold Box games were still better than Dragon Quest IV. I think it took to the Super Nintendo era before console RPGs began to hold a candle for different reasons, but they began to become elevated at my side to the Gold Box RPGs. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's why you hear me talk about Gold Box so much to this day, because they're just so awesome. So that's your story time. I hope that was worth the 1,000 points. Let's see. Let's read your comments now because I ignore comments while I'm in the middle of a story. How can it? Okay. Phantasy Star for the SMS Sega Master System was the first RPG I ever played, says Moncappy. I still remember the day I received it. Though that's cool. I played Phantasy Star on my Nintendo Switch. I love the Sega Asia's version of that game. I think it's really well done, but you will want an FAQ because, like most of those old school games, including the Gold Box ones, there's some things that are tough to figure out for us for us in the 21st century. So there's my shout out. Chaos says, I play some old school PC RPGs first, I think. but getting a PlayStation and renting stuff like Breath of Fire 4 and Grandia was huge. Yeah, but I will tell you, as I mentioned before, I think it took to the Super Nintendo to where RPGs, and that's a whole different discussion. Maybe I can find and talk about at the same time. But there was a point where I feel like, why is my controller not working? Let me get my controller here. Why I think that console RPGs eventually caught up to the PC RPGs, for me anyways, in terms of quality. And that was things like, Final Fantasy VI, which was on the Super Nintendo, was a game that I would put up there with my Gold Box D as being that memorable. And it just had to do with the storytelling. But by Final Fantasy VI, you had set characters, you had the music, you had the graphics, and that was the way that all came together to tell a cohesive story was so much different than what we got on PC. Hold on one second, let me read this. I did not know funny-looking creatures like ya existed in Luminera. Ha! Small talk aside, you're willing to put a price on your pipe? Not in your life. But anyways, yeah. So, now I love them both. I really do love them both for different reasons. I like generally speaking, your WRPGs, what we call our Western style RPGs, which for the most part, your PC style, your early PC style RPGs, because they they usually allow you to make your own party, a lot of your own decisions. You make your own story. Think even like the early, like Fallout 3 or Morrowind, Daggerfall, whatever, Elder Scrolls games, Wasteland, things like that, where you're making your own story. You make up your own party. You make up your own characters, and there is a story there, but it's your character story, right? And then you have the JRPGs where they've got pre-made characters and really big focus on this big, huge world-saving plot. And it fits in really well with these characters that they've already made that you're going to be playing, right? And I learned that when you have these games with these pre-made characters, you can tell a really tight narrative that you can't do with a Western style open RPG. But the Western style open RPG makes me feel more connected in other ways. So I've learned to appreciate them both. And you're going to see them both on my streams. You're going to see, thankfully nowadays, there's a lot of JRPGs coming to the computer. And of course, the computer is the home of the Western RPG. So you're going to see a lot of good mix if you're watching the games I play, because I do have an appreciation for them both now. Let's see here. Grandia, of course, really great game. Moncappy says it was. Where is the child? What child? Chaos says Icewind Dale. Like Icewind Dale. Now, Icewind Dale has, what some might even consider to be a throwaway story. It's nowadays, I mean, Icewind Dale Tales of Forgotten Realms story that in the year 2000-ish when it came out already felt kind of like dated for a lot of people. So I thought it was a cool story. A lot of people said they were mad by it. That's fine. But for me, Icewind Dale, games like Icewind Dale, really, for me, I got to make up my own party with my own characters, my own characters' names, my own classes. It felt like my story. I really enjoyed Icewind Dale. I enjoyed Icewind Dale more than Baldur's Gate, which may shock some people. But Baldur's Gate has a good story. Don't get me wrong, good characters and stuff like that. But when it came to a Western RPG style, I really appreciate making my own characters so I can make my own story. So I thought it was cool in that regard. Let's lull all these guys to sleep. And Monsoon, we can't Monsoon because we have no magic. So we'll use our Jester, hopefully, to tumble and interrupt one of these turns. Cheaters. I'm gonna swap you out. I don't know if she's gonna make that. Nope. Ah, crikey. Let's heal up. Let's see if we can get this spider before he gets his turn. We do. Got a spider down there. We'll interrupt this guy's turn up here. Oh, poor Jester. He's having a rough day. And now he's KO'd. Let's sacrifice the new mouse. Rain Arrow is a long spell. Defend is instant. Hinder very long, so he's horrible because he can only do stuff that takes a long time. Okay, so let's see if we can slow the spider down and hit everybody with the Rain of Arrows. That probably should look cooler than it really did. I don't know if I... Oh, he has no magic points. That's succotashes. Doomerang says, I mostly enjoyed the SSI Dark Run games myself in terms of D&D, but that's about all I played beside Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I mean, Dark Sun was pretty cool, too. That's a pretty cool game. I never even came close to beating that. But it is a pretty cool game. Cheater spider. Mouse go first! Mouse go first! Slash... Oh, we need some more wishes. Wish juice, as it's called. Oh, we're gonna have to defend here. I need to get this mouse some better defense. There we go. Gonna knock him back. Chaos says, I'd like to play Icewind Dale and most of the older RPGs Enhanced Edition sometimes, but we all know how backlogs go. Well, and maybe this show can help. And we can work together to work through some of the backlogs. I find it kind of helps when I'm talking with you guys, working through some of my backlog games to get through them. But I did Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition not too long ago. I pretty much enjoyed it. I played a complete playthrough. I could do Baldur's Gate with you guys, and we could do it all on stream here. Let's talk about it. We got rpgamer.com/Discord. We talk about games. This is a group effort, so let's talk about games you guys want to see. We could definitely swap some games out on here. Rebella, love the bow and arrows get up. Excited to fly by your side. Likewise, you with the circus who's just passed through. Look, foes to battle, the circus can wait outdoors. You mean outside. I will say that I'm not sure the rhyming thing works for me here because it's often missed. It's out of beat. And I feel like the dialogue's suffering because they're trying to force this rhyming that doesn't even hit the mark half the time. It's already bad enough there's not voice acting on this stuff. I'm used to games where the banter is voice acted. Even Dragon Age Origins, I've been playing that, and that voice thing is much more active. The banter, and I love the banter in that game. Here it's just like, oh, okay, sure, sure. Ah, get out of the lava! You're not supposed to be in the lava. Lava bad. Oh my gosh, it's like playing Super Mario. Didn't realize I was playing a platformer. I thought I was playing an RPG. I'm drinking too much water for this crap. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see here. The writers and the rhyming. The writers said the rhyming drove them crazy. Look, I like to do some rhymes sometimes, but I don't think rhyming's all that hard. It definitely is a bit of a chore if you're doing it for an entire video game, obviously. But there's a lot of tools that can kind of help you out if you're kind of stuck on something, or you just rearrange the words, and that's where the work comes in. But I just feel like when they were rhyming here, like it's just out of beat and it doesn't roll off the tongue. And all you have to that takes more work. Um, yeah, I feel like they just didn't do it right, and maybe they should have ditched it. Now I'm at this end here. This looks like a dead end. I don't know. At least in some of the more minor dialogue between the characters and stuff, it just feels like to me it misses the mark. I'm also not the biggest fan of this walk through the lava and don't hit the walls type of crap. Yeah, everything is lava, right? Exactly. I gotta stop for a minute to heal up while I'm doing that. Another thing we talked about over on our Discord channel is audiobooks. Audiobooks. Um, Oh, I already talked about audiobooks. But I will say, I don't think I said this before. I don't get paid anything I endorse or I talk about here is just my own personal feelings. Nobody's paying me money to say anything on these streams, but I really do enjoy my Audible. I really do. I've been a long time friend of Audible for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. I have hundreds of audiobooks and I enjoy them all. It's a lot of fun. So I definitely can't recommend Audible enough. Occasionally I get a book I don't like and there's a refund policy on it and I just got my credit right back. So that was pretty nice. Well, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, go down here maybe? Ooh, dark. Oh, we got some cutscene here maybe. The vault. Here we go. Aurora, no. Please help me break the vault's enchantment. Oh, for your own career advancement? No. Yes, my future depends on it. You lie. The truth you want, I do it all for Margaret. Her portrait is beyond compare. With checkered locks of dusty hair, with velvet skin and eyes that reflect my stare. From smoky head to dainty paw, you will not get a boldness as far as Margaret. If we the vault reclaim, I surely will receive fame, alongside a promotion, and Margaret will seek me with devotion. Now, you see, that right there was in rhythm. That right there I read, and it rhymed just fine. But there's a lot of times in here where the number of syllables aren't even close in the rhyme, or it's just not easy to read, and it just doesn't flow off the tongue. Normally, I wouldn't mind. Robert has left the party. Well, good. He was kind of useless, dead weight. Nobody cares about you. Robert's plight. The mechanism appears ancient. It is since Lemur's founding, Robert's ancient store. It seems tightly sealed. Give me a minute. Thank Robert, the last combination restore. Um, I'm not the biggest audiobook reader, but I know some people that listen to audiobooks before sleep and wake up a bunch of chapters later. I don't use this feature, but there is a feature that you can utilize that basically sets a sleep timer. So you can set it for 15 minutes, so you shouldn't be off many chapters. You can set it for 15, 20, whatever it is takes you to fall asleep. I don't ever use the feature myself personally, but it's there. If I'm going to sleep, I read a regular book. If I need some extra help sleeping, not an audiobook. That's just me. But there are sleep options. Puzzle time. Dun 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 dun. Puzzle time. Boom 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 boom. Puzzle time. You asked for it. Here it is. It's puzzle time. And everybody who knows me knows I adores puzzles. Oh, I love puzzles so much. Especially when I've been drinking water. I just keep pressing this lever and things happen. Oh, there's another level over here. What's this do? Oh, oh shit, pickles. There's no freaking way. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I totally thought through that very carefully and figured that out. Yes, thank you. That's my genius intellect at work there. Totally. That was all me. That was. Wait, is it gonna do something? Is it? Is it doing something? That is it. I think right there. No, no, no. Wait. It keeps going. I thought I was gonna stop down there. Oh shit, pickles. Nope, it's still gonna go. Okay, I gotta hit this button here. Yes, Moogle, I am oh so good at puzzles. In fact, I know exactly what I'm doing here. And we're just gonna stop this thing. Oh, oh, gosh dang it, she takes so long to change stuff. Not that it seems to stop it. Oh, there is no stopping this. Hmm. Oh, maybe we should just charge these guys up with fairy dust. Sure. Yeah, yeah, no, I totally, very much, so good at puzzles, so freaking good at puzzles. The popularized capital has been regained. Now Margaret's heart will be reclaimed. Help yourself to a couple of chests old. Oh, good. Look at all this gold. Iniculus desist at once. It is not ours to hold. Robert has joined the party. So what, he left a party for the puzzle and then he jumps right back in? That makes no sense to me. What a sin. Wait, I opened up one chest. I don't want out the door yet. There are many treasures I have not yet met. I gotta open them all if I want to be able to afford a ball. Now my pockets are full of gems. Okay, now what? Now what do you want from me? Should I fly up and around? Or just go back out because we've made him happy now? Or perhaps we should just quit now and take a bow? Hmm. I guess not. I guess we're gonna just go back out and see what happens. Hmm. And while I'm looking for the way back out, let me remind you all that I'm actually doing this as research for a show that we call the RP Gamer Experience. It happens every other week right here at twitch.tv/RP Gamer. It's a 1 hour show where I do a deep dive into a game, show you how to work, give you hot tips, dive into all of its juicy details, and you can join. Um, you can join. You can be part of the game. You can be part of the show. And we save these shows on YouTube, goes into a playlist for RP Gamers coverage. It's really a lot of fun. Chaos says, don't you just love the feeling of not knowing where to go? Yeah, I really, really enjoy that. That's totally not sarcasm. And I'm not really sure, like, I can go forward here, but am I wasting my time? Because did I finish it or not? I'm super confused. Oh, but I know I should kill that rock guy. We're always going to slow down our enemies. That's always the first best move. We're going to slow them all down, and then we're going to hinder this guy. Let's try to interrupt some of these guys. I'm not sure what Robert the Mouse does aside from kind of he attacks everybody, so that's kind of useful, I suppose, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But whatevs. Oh, somebody was asking earlier if party members not your party get XP. Well, she wasn't in my party, but she was using the fight. She leveled up. He was in the party. All right, let's see what we got here. That treasure chest out here is open, so I've been down here before. We have been down there before, so we're not going to go down there again. Ah! Fire spider! Nasty fire spiders. I don't know if she's going to be able to actually get them all before they get a turn. Can her up one of their turns? Yes, she gets it off. Slows them down. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer when you use 3 characters and later you are forced to use your level 10 characters in general. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a problem with like some RPGs where I can't tell you how frustrating that is for me when you got like a game like Final Fantasy, one of the Final Fantasies that gives you 9 characters, but in the final fight you only use 3, or the final dungeon. So it's like, why did I level up all 9? I should just focus on those 3 because it didn't spread the XP evenly, right? If it spreads the XP evenly and everyone wins, even if they're on the bench, then fine. But a lot of these games, it's like, well, who's in your party? So you gear them all up. Final Fantasy VI, I think, did it really well and rewards you for leveling up and gearing all your characters. You could focus on a few, and that might work, but you did better if you did them all. But I can't tell you, like, I got such fear and fright of these different games because they all approach this stuff differently. You don't know if you should level them. When you have all these multiple characters, you don't know if you should level them all or what. It's very rude. Very, very rude. Let's see. Arc the Lad 2 is the worst for having a million characters you have to grind because they force you to use them. it's one thing if you tell me at the beginning we have to use them all, so I should get them all ready. It's another thing when you don't tell me. You just give me a bunch of characters, but you don't make it clear. You can either make it clear by making it very clear from the beginning of the story that they're all going to have to help and make it super clear, or you do what Final Fantasy VI did. Final Fantasy VI was brilliant. Best art JRPG ever made. Because in the early parts of the game, you get a scenario set up right in the first 10 hours where you have more than a few party members, more than you could fit in a combat. But it makes you split them up to defend various different ways the enemies can come up and attack Terra. So it's teaching you in advance that it helps to have multiple party members, like all your party members leveled up and taken care of. It's telling you that, it's implying it strongly. So when you get to the end and you got a bigger version of that, you shouldn't be surprised. But I hate RPGs where for the entire game you only use 3 party members, and then at the end you gotta use all 9. Or vice versa. The entire game, you were able to swap them out as you needed to, or you were able to use all 9, but then for the final dungeon, final boss, you can only use 3. WTF. WTF. You know, like, just gives my blood boiling. Why do you want to make me upset this late at night? It's not right. It's just not right. Let's swap him out with Aurora. Get her to attack Evil Spider here. Whoa, he's really fast on the timeline, but now he's delayed. Yeah, eat my blocking shield, you evil bloodsucker. Arclight 2 was the worst for having a million characters to grind because they forced you to use them. Whenever the plot, says Doomerang, whenever the plot would kick you out to your favorites all the time. Oh, that's another one you hate, right? JRPG weakness number 812. Because you are telling this plot, it's necessary to have certain party members in at certain times. And so with Western RPGs, one of the things I love about them is you make 6 characters or fight like wizardry, Dungeons, Dragons, whatever. You make your entire party at the beginning, and you know you're going to play your entire party all the way through. None of these shenanigans because the plot dictates it like it does in JRPGs. Absolutely. Yeah, another one of those things that just makes old Phil cranky. Let's see here. Arclight memorable series for me only because 2 was so stupidly grind heavy and 4 was super easy, but the end boss was legendarily hard. Ugh, I hate that too. When the game's really pretty much easy, but then at the end it's super duper hard. Games should teach you as you go along what they expect of you. Okay? There shouldn't be any surprises when you get to the end dungeon. Whatever you were doing in the middle dungeons should be indicative to a degree to what you're going to see in the end dungeons. It's not to suggest that the end dungeons can't have any surprises, but to have a paradigm, shift in what they allow in your party or whatnot is just rude. And stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm totally backpedaling. This game's starting to drive me crazy. Chaos says, haha, RP gamer problems. Yeah, that's true. These are first world RP gamer problems. And I'm in one right now. What? I went into his mouth? Should I go above his head? Unless you guys can tell me where else I should go instead. I see we're back at the mouse. And they're all talking. So I think I'm supposed to report back to this guy over here. Oops. Yeah, I didn't know it, but I'm a poet. And I like to rhyme almost every time. But, oh, here we go. Bulbus populi hoc. Magnus' heart beats free of the dark. And I have saved our enterprise. The vault lies open, rid of the queen's mark. Princess, Aurora, please, sir. Thank you on behalf of Bulma's Aurora. With our capital liquid once more, our market shall roar across the golden plains of Lemura. Your charity inspires me. It was noble what you did, Aurora. I love you too, Nora. Robert, you have that promotion down pat. Did you hear that? Margaret, your smile is like the winds of trade. Your voice is shrill like the market bells. Magna is hill, the vault is saved. All for the paw of thine. Fairest Margaret, will you be mine? I am not a venture or market stall. Robert, you do not know me at all. Margaret, wait. My heart is faint. My hope is lost. Perhaps this flute will ease your cost. Uh, Not ignoring you guys. I just want to get through this cutscene and I'll read your comments here in just a minute. Such a rich song. The pain is not nearly as strong. Goodbye, my friend. The path home I must set. The Bomas Populi thank you, and will return the debt. We will not forget. Speak with Magna below the town Populi to rise up to the temple high. Okay, it looks like we're there at a break. Let me read your comments right here on the air, and then together we will all determine how well you fare. And the such. So let's see here. I'm fine when characters come and go. If main boy and girl fall in a hole separating from the rest, as long as they gain XP. Hero Harmony, my friend Peter. Welcome. Top of the evening to you. For those of you joining us, my name is Phil, aka JCServant from RPGamer.com, your humble servant in gaming and adventure. Tonight we are playing Child of Light. Welcome aboard. Let's see. What else do we have in comments? Appreciate you joining us, Peter, aka Hero Harmony. Gas says, oh, hi. And Lazarus says, I got knocked off the stream. Well, welcome back to the stream. It's still doing good on my end on my phone. That's why if you guys like, it depends on where I'm looking. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my second monitor where I have like the OBS set up. I can read your comments clearly as well over here. But that's where I'm clicking on. I'm looking this direction, my second monitor, where I'm clicking on your comments and changing windows for you guys to see and stuff. That's my control center. Over here, of course, is the main monitor. Up here in the camera is you. But if I'm looking down here, I got my cell phone on my Wi-Fi here at home where I'm listening to reading your comments on my cell phone. So there's an explanation of the setup here. But yes, welcome aboard. Here at RP Gamer, we are streaming every day of the week. We are streaming role-playing games nearly non-stop. And we're happy to have you on board. We have all kinds of things going on. You can find out more about it over at rpg.com or rpgamer.com. And if you're ever at work and you're feeling bored, why don't you come and join us on Discord? rpgamer.com/Discord will tell you where the fun's at. And when you come and join us, we won't even make you wear a funny hat. Okay, I'm at the big rock guy once again. Perhaps his direction to us he could lend? A third monitor for the comments I need? Not when I have a cell phone, you see. I read your comments right on here. And I do it all while stroking my beard. What has this game done to JCServant? Too small LOL. Or too small lols. Nothing to worry about, gentlemen, for I still have my balls. I'm continuing to play Child of Light, even though it requires all my intellectual might. Are you not entertained, I must ask, as I continue to go about my video game task? Okay. I'm here at the rock guy. What do I do next? I have to admit, I'm starting to feel a little vexed. It would really help if the game told you what to do next. That lady did say to come talk to this guy. To get to him, I would need to fly through the sky. Yet here I am. But he remains silent. And now I don't know what to do next. I usually only... I know this feeling playing this game says Peter. Well, it last says, wow, you were on fire. And here Harmony says, no, I get this feeling playing this game. I know, Peter, because trying to figure out puzzles is really lame. Kiga says, I usually only get this don't know where to go feeling when playing point and click adventure games. Yeah, if I was really good at them, I think I'd be racking up some fame. Tales of the Abyss messed me up at some points as well. And for me, it only takes something simple to make me fall as well. Click X in his mouth. Well, if I click X in his mouth, I just go inside and I can fly up to his snout. This is the dungeon that we did before. And I feel like flying through it again is such a bore. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Craptastic, they attack me from behind. Ugh. It's so rude that they attacked me while I'm blind. Now, it's not necessarily a waste. I mean, at least exploring them here in this place. I was able to fight this extra battle to gain some more XP. But whether or not it helps us to continue the game, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see here. Let's swap this out with Finn. I'll swap this out with the Jester and attack him before his anger can fester. Whack. Wackadoodle. Have you beaten the giant spider boss? To ponder such an image, I'd be at quite a loss. But to answer your question, that would be a big no. To find the giant spider, I don't know where to go. Okay, but maybe it's somewhere down around here. Just hope these balls of fires don't burn her rear. Looking at a game guide right now. Well, thank you so much. For you, I will take a bow. Somebody should be running a rhyme counter on me tonight. Holy crap, that huge spider is quite a sight! Look at that thing, it's so big! If I attack it, I may not live! Alright guys, here we go. This giant spider looks bad to the bone. Okay, let's see here. Ugh. Bad to the bone. So much death road. Tough decision I must make. If I'm not careful, my turn he will take. Oh, only 17 points? That's quite depressing. We're going to take some hits, some wounds we will be dressing. Ouch. Ouch! I say aim for the legs. Take them down a few pegs. See, now everyone's doing it. And once you start rhyming, there's really nothing to it. Oh, nice. Interrupted all of them. Nice. Tough fight. Yes, indeed. But in the end, we'll see who takes the lead. Ouch. That is indeed a fact, says Peter. So we should all join the act. Join your join your hands, all my friends, and pray together that my heroes on the screen will be able to survive this horrific weather. Let's see if we can get through this in one piece. Uh-oh. I think these guys want to use us for meat. Ooh, so close. This is definitely a tough fight. But in the end, we will force these things to see the light. Nice. This is a tough one, a slobber knocker, can't you see? But we will win this victory. Ah, that healing is so refreshing. For some, it would be considered even a blessing. Time to smite this guy. Woo! Touchdown! Everyone gets a level. And they all rise a little bit higher. And that's really awesome, despite all this fire. There, one has been unraveled. We're now underground. I'm so baffled. Well, trust me, you're not the only one who's baffled. So it's funny, you guys, a couple of you guys tonight were typing about being stuck in some of these games, and especially like games like this, where it can definitely feel more like a point and click adventure, and one of those frustrating. And I hate point and click adventures. I really, really do. Uh, I will only play one of those with an FAQ, and to me, playing games with an FAQ nearby is not fun. So I very, very rarely play point and click adventures. I like using my brain to figure kind of things out, like logic puzzles and stuff, like nonograms and what have you. But I just hate some of these puzzles where if they just don't click in your head, you're stuck there until you go to bed. And I mean, you just sit there and kind of think through it, and you can't figure it out. Sometimes it gets you so aggravated you just want to shout. Sir Spider, come back. Oh wait. Uh-oh. One of you guys mentioned a spider. She said spider right before the game cut off her text. I'm almost afraid to see what comes next. Then your three whip. Oh, I can't even read what she says. Doomerang. Yeah, using a guide, kind of, there's no point. Yeah, right? I'm just not a friend of playing games with FAQs. And so, if I get stuck in your game, I have to look up FAQ, which happens, sometimes, but if I'm constantly going FAQ to figure out your game, to me, it's just not fun. That's why I don't do point and click adventures, and that's why I got frustrated with some of the RPGs. Now, I understand that was a huge thing back in the day. If you played Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy and you didn't have a guide handy, you would get stuck all day. Um, and so that's another reason I hated console RPGs. When you think about it, then you can see it was just so frustrating to be there for the entire day trying to figure out how to get ahead, how to find the way. I'm stuck in this rhyming thing, aren't I? Ooh, another monster. Let's kick him from behind. And after we beat him, who knows what we'll find? Let's see here. I hope you're a good fighter. You also be food for the spider. Right? This is like the night of rhyming when you think about it. Ah, he couldn't get there in time. But it's okay because we rhyme. You guys can see Sir Boo here on my lap. Ugh. Go ahead, take those two guys out. Another quick fight there. Gets a little more XP underneath our belt. We need to get out of this lava cave before we melt. Right. Again, guys, okay, I'll stop writing for a minute. This is gonna give me a headache. Again, Monster Hunter. I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter. I play Friday nights with my brother on Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch. Of course, with the new Monster Hunter Rise demo, we might be giving that a shot tomorrow. But let me know if you want to join us. We have a Monster Hunter channel right there in our RP Gamer Discord, and let me know if you have some interest. We'll be happy to bring you aboard. Oh my gosh, it's another gosh darn large-ass spider! And my cat's making this game harder because he's spreading out, on my lap. Holy crap. Yes, cat, you are the best cat in the entire world. Everybody loves you. Mom especially loves you. Oh, look at that. I swear he looks bigger than the rest. Is it just me? Or does he look bigger than the rest? I think he looks bigger than the rest. Right? I think he looks better. Bigger. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. Gonna get him right here from behind. So we can get that surprise strike. Very important. Because that means Nora can do her things right. We're gonna have her, do her slow down right away from the beginning. It's a long cast, so having that surprise attack makes it happen right from the beginning. Good night, Mr. Laz. And Doomerang's playing Cat Quest 2. Is it a fun game, this Cat Quest 2? Who knows? Rain arrows. Oh, that did some good damage there. Oh, what else is going on here? Again, if you're a fan of YouTube, check out our YouTube channel. I'm moving a lot of these videos edited over there, so go and check it out. You never know what you'll find. Come see what it's all about. Nice. Nice damage. You kind of like it when an attack that hits all the enemies hits them in the red zone. Because then you just know it's going to do all kinds of damage. Do I need to collect some wishes? I'm out of energy. Let's grab this guy here. Oops. So we smack them all around. So in my daytime outside of RP Gamer, I am an accountant. I do a lot of work with money, personal finance, things like that. I also do a lot of theology study. I was kind of thinking about doing a separate, like on my own channel, like Twitch thing about where I answer questions about money, theology, faith, and while playing games. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that. You can let me know if you think that's kind of a good idea. Obviously, we don't talk about religion and money here at rpgamer.com. So it might be something I just do on my personal channel Sunday mornings or something if people are interested. But it looks like we've just opened up a brand new passage or something. That makes 2. These webs stick to me like glue. That makes 2 what? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I must have missed the quest that says you've got to kill 3 groups of those huge, those big spider groups. That Jester is no joke. Which one? So, with the Jester are my group. So, just to kind of give you guys an overview right now, we have party members that kind of fill different roles to me, right? So you got the wizard, and he's really good at doing right now at doing single target elemental damage. So if I'm fighting an enemy that has elemental weaknesses, he's gonna hit him hard. Then you've got this lady, the sister, who's good for one job and one job only, and that's to slow all the enemies. And I use her at the beginning, and I swap her out, and I don't touch her again. Um, you got the mouse, who by default has an attack that can hit everybody. So that's kind of useful sometimes when you got like 3 enemies on the screen. It takes a very long time to charge, but that can be useful. But so does Aurora. So Aurora is kind of like the what's it called, the jack of all trades, master of none, which you kind of expect out the hero. She can hit everybody. She can heal, which by the way the Jester can heal too, but she can heal. She can kind of do everything. So, I bring her in for she can hit solid, she can do a bit of magic, she can kind of do everything. But then you have the Jester, and the Jester hits hard and fast, interrupts people, hits them hard and fast. So there's definitely a role for each of your party members here. And the cool thing is you can swap them out on the fly, within the fight. So that's pretty neat and useful. Ouch. Main character is usually strong overall. The mage gets tons better once he gets his AoE. Yeah, that requires quite a few more levels. You unlock the AoE spells one element at a time, and they're on separate trees, so you'll have to level them up if you want them all. Um, just getting to one's not too hard. Let's grab these guys here. I I I'm a little concerned, so I'm gonna share this with you guys because you're out with me here late at night. So I kind of made a calendar of when I think I'll be playing games based on, and I estimate it based off the time to beat the website, and I even padded it by an extra like 20% because I know I don't play as fast as most people, especially since I'm talking on a stream and we pause to do silly things. But dang nabbit, this is like my third session, I want to say. We're hitting to 9 hours, and I don't think I'm even halfway. So I'm not sure this is really just a 12-hour game. You're about halfway through this, really? So what am I at 8 hours in? So halfway through this would mean like 16, 17, 18-hour game, which I estimated at 15. Oof. I don't know. No, we've been here before. Time to beat depends on the person and how many optional stuff you do. Yeah, I know. It isn't just time to beat. I've just had friends who are always like, "Oh yeah, I beat this game in 35." I never beat the game as fast as other people, and this is part of the reason why. Because I'm flying around and I don't know what the beep to do next. So I think that in this labyrinth there are 3, because the thing says on the count of 3 here. Um, and your 3 webs shall burn, just wait and see. So I think there's 3 big spider groups, and we've beaten 2 so far. So I don't think I have to go very far, but I need to find this third big spider group to beat before that big boss I will meet. And that's the way out, so I won't go there. But I need to find that last group of spiders before I burn my red hair. Follow the webs. If I ever look up playtimes, I usually double estimate how long it would take me, says Moogle. I know, right? That seems to be me. Okay. Alright, so we're going to look for webs. Like, here's webs, right? Here's webs. There's some webs. There's all these different routes that you can take a look. Grab that real quick. So we definitely can always heal up. Especially since I keep running into the damn fire. Ouch, like that. And I think we've been in this door. I think this is the door I keep going into. And I'm like, oh, I've been in this door. And yes, I've been in this door. Okay. So I don't think... Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm pretty 98.5% sure. I don't need to go forward in this door. Yeah, nope. Ugh. I love flying through a dungeon where every time I hit a wall, I lose 10% of my hit points. Oh, follow the webs. We're following the webs. There's web. Oh, here's lots of webs. Oh my gosh, there's another web. Oh my stars, is a huge ass spider. Okay, there's the other spider we need to get. And we got from behind. Oh, we didn't get an extra turn? My oh my. Okay, we're gonna get Nora in here. Remember, I mentioned before, I just use her for one reason. That's to slow everybody down at the beginning. Slow all the enemies down at the beginning. And then, you know, then we swap her out and we don't use her again. The cat's here to say hi. Hi. If you're just joining us, my name is Phil, aka JCServant. Welcome to JCServant Plays. I am working through on this. I'm working through this complete playthrough of Child of Light. We're about halfway through. If you missed our previous episodes and you want to keep on board or want to catch up, you can actually catch those on Twitch. Right here on Twitch, which is where you're watching now. Oh, the other thing she's good for is quickening other people, by the way. I did forget to mention that, so that's a thing. She is good at that. Let me move this thing. I can't see where he's at, but we're gonna let Aurora at least cancel one. I thought she was gonna cancel one. And poor Chester's taking it on the chin. You mean you don't use her? Doomerang says, you mean you don't use her to dazzle the enemies with her stylish hair and dress? No, nope, I don't. I just use her to slow them down. That Jester with the speed of spell is even faster than before. All the quicker to show him out the door. Die. It's always spiders. It's always spiders. It's always, always, always spiders. And there we go. So that's the third group of spiders. So we should be able to fight the boss now. We're gaining lots of good level. I mean, it's just a lot of good XP there. Okay. I think the pathway's now clear. The heart of the mountain beats last and clear, but the last mountain sits near. Okay, let's go ahead and do some level up. Holy cow, she's got 8. I don't know what I want her to do. I guess I'd work my way up to Starlight All. And just burn that all there. We have the Jester here. We were working on getting him up to something. Make heal. Oh, make heal better. That's a no-brainer. Oh, we got to heal all. Let's see. Heal all restores 55 to all allies. I wonder if that means even the ones who aren't on the team. Okay, then we have our... I want to get him up to there. And we have our slowing down lady, who we were working on getting up to charm time, because that's a passive skill that gives you further up from the beginning. So we're going to kind of work through that. Oh, and here's the little tiny rat, and he's got a ton of skill points. That's a fact. Okay, the first thing I always look for is the better defense. Double hit. Oh, that's cute. Antidote, cute. Here we go. Defend. No brainer. You always get that first. And then if we get this, shoot arrow shoots an arrow at the target dark creature. Medium range, attack power 28. Meh. Meh. We got rain arrows that we use all the time. I wonder if there's a 2-star rain arrows. Hinder. Oop, hinder all. I don't really see a 2-star dark arrows just yet. Oh, and then there might be some inventory we can use. Because we have permanently increased strength by 3. I use that on the Jester. Because, man, the Jester attacks fast. Permanent defense, I need to use on the wizard because his defense is so low. And magic defense. Magic defense. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't care about the rat. I don't use the rat enough to care about. We'll give it to her. Okay. All right. So we're doing pretty good there. All right. I will be right back in like a minute, like 60 seconds. I gotta use the boys' room. I'll be right back. Boys' room break. Should be signing off now, but I really want to fight this boss. I'll be right back.
Nothing awakens in the sweet paradise. If there's anything I can do for you, when your bones are cold and you're blue, and I will be sending you all of my Sahara love, and I will be sending you all of my Sahara love, and I will be sending you all of my Sahara love, and I will be sending you all of my Sahara love. My love will warm you through and be the city lights coming into view. I'll put my arms.
I feel like there should be there should be a points button for take a potty break. You know, like your bladder must be full. Take a potty break. All right, let's get this boss. Let's do this boss. Sour, please. Sour, please. Hmm. Sour, please. Welcome back. Well, thank you. We are definitely back, and we are working our way through Child of Light. And trying to get our way to the spider. Oh my gosh! Now I can see the spider in the distance. This looks ugly. Sir Spider, come out and face us on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Your time is up, little girl. Wait and see. Oh, there's ominous background music. Holy crap, look at that thing! It's so big! It's so juicy! And everyone knows that... Oh my gosh, my jester's almost dead. Everyone knows that the worst kind of spiders are juicy spiders. Nobody likes juicy spiders, right? Like, that's not even a thing. Nobody likes you, juicy spider. Nobody. Let's see. Sour, please, is an emote from Better Twitch TV. Is one of those better Twitch TV plugin remotes. I also don't use it, so I don't see the emotes. Juicy and hairy spiders, says Doomerang. Yeah, I don't know about no... I need to educate myself. I'm pretty new to Twitch, so I do need to educate myself on some of this stuff. And there's a big, huge, hairy-ass spider, and it's evil, and it's big, and it's hairy, and it's big, and hairy, and horrible, and just absolutely horrible. Ouch, 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 ouch. I'm not sure this is going so good to begin with. Magic defense elixir, damage elixir, low elixir. Reduces the speed of the targeted dark creature. Well, that would be helpful. A quicken elixir, revive, antidote, firefly, potent fairy nectar. Okay, I really wish I could get off that spell. I just don't know if I can get off the spell from her sister, Nora, to slow them all down, because that would be very helpful right about now, but it's going to take so long to cast. Cast quicker, cast quicker, cast quicker! Is she going to make it? Like, that's the problem with the Grandia games. Like, you look at us right here at the bottom here, and Nora's close to the end, but these spiders will catch up fast. Is she gonna be able to pull that off? What do you guys think? Think she's going to be able to pull it off? I don't know. The jury's out. The jury's out. We don't know if she's going to be able to pull it off. The Jester, we're going to have him defend, because 3 people are about to attack, so he's nearly dead. I like Spider. I'm not even looking. I'm hoping she slowed him. Did she slow them down? Did she get interrupted? Did she slow them down? What happened? Oh, I took my eyes off the screen for just a second. Why use those instant cancel skills in Grandia, right? I think you can heal the light ball thingy. Yeah, you can. It just takes up a lot of juice. Juice that's usually better spent, slowing these guys down. Um, I usually use, magic spells to actually heal. Because that's not a big deal usually. Like that. Oh, fudge. Really? Dang nabbit, they interrupted her. Freaking pain in the ass. Gathering strength. I got your gathering strength. Slow them all down. For the love of Pete, slow them all down. Okay, I think she's going to get it off this time. She's at the very, 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 very end. Dang nibbit, she better get this dang nibbit off. There we go. Finally. Oh, but the jester's out. Oh, this hurts so much. There should be an instant start this battle over button without me having to just wait to die. I'm just gonna wait to die. I can't have the Jester out this early in the game. Come on. Oh, for the love of Pete, stop healing yourself and just kill us. Come on. Yeah. Game over. Come out on the count of three. Blah, 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 blah. Like I said, don't let Child of Light fool you. It doesn't pull punches. It doesn't freaking pull punches. But I also feel like between the RNG and you only got 2 party members. Like I remember how cranky I was going from Final Fantasy 6 to 7 because you went from having 4 party members to 3. Well, this takes you from down to 2. You have 2 party. Now, granted, you can swap out any time, but that means you only have 2 attacks to the enemy's 3. That puts you at a 50% disadvantage. It's just not fun. Not a big fan of only having 2 party members in this game. I mean, and then on top of that, it's not one of those Grandia type of games that shows you what the enemy's going to do. So I defended there, but I kind of wasted turn because the spider was just buffing. Whereas, obviously, if you play like other games like Slay Spire or whatever, or not Slay Spire, I'm forgetting the name at the moment, but it shows you what the enemy's going to do next, so you can make more intelligent decisions. I think 4 is a good amount for party members, right? I like 4, but you don't get 4 here. You get 2, and it really sucketh. Sucketh. Yeah. Also sucks when you take a risk like I just did and you miss it because of that. I'm gonna start this over. I'm gonna do that by closing it and reopening it again. This is a tough fight. It's a tough fight, no doubt about it. But it's really making me cranky that I can't even get a slowdown spell in because there's just too many attacks and I only have 2 party members. So I'm not getting in any attacks. And 3's also fine and more used. Yeah, I mean, I remember Goldbox had 6. And I mean, 3 of them were frontline fighters for the most part that just kind of held the line, so whatever. But okay, come on, for the love of frickin'. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's try using. We do have um, lull elixirs, so let's try just start applying these because elixirs I think apply pretty quickly. Oh, cast time medium. It's still better than very long, so we'll try that. Everyone gets a slowdown elixir. Where are you at? Slow down elixir. I know you're somewhere. There we go. Everyone gets slowed down. Wait a minute. What the hell? Didn't I put one of those slow down elixirs on the boss? Ugh, I can't win. I can't freaking win. I'm pretty sure I put one of those bloody elixirs on the boss. Now die and stay slow. Slow down. There we go. Ah! Alright, there we go. Alright. I kind of meant for her to use another elixir, but whatevs. She's almost dead. Lovely. Anti-venom? Not too worried about anti-venom. I'm not trying to venomate spiders. Is that a verb? Venomate? I feel like it's a verb. Beat him! Knock him out of his turn! Uh-oh. Lost my cell phone. Cell phone is out of juice. Okay, let's try. Let's try interrupting the spider's turn. And then the next guy to get attack is this guy. Oh, I'm out of wishes. Oh! Oh, lovely! You attack him, and his counterattack is to speed up his spiders, which totally undoes. Not only does it undo, and this is this is a frustrating thing about this game. It's game over. It's game over just like that. Just like that. Look at that. Look at that. My hands are off the controller. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. Look, I finally get a turn. What can I do? This is so frustrating. So I used up precious turns to slow them down one at a time, which took up 3 of my turns out of the 2 characters I have. So 3, yeah, just figure that out. And then the enemy, when I had to attack, I was trying to attack the big boss in order to interrupt his turn. He has a counter freaking attack, which is not unusual in this particular game. I think it's stupid, but his counter attack here was to automatically speed himself and all of his minions up. And in this game, speeding up doesn't just negate the fact that they were slowed down. It actually takes them from being slowed down all the way up to being double speed. Just like that. So they just got 3 or 4 attacks before I could get 1. How in the hell am I supposed to know that? I hate that kind of crap. Now, had the game taught me that that's possible by having other smaller enemies do it, that maybe I missed the lesson somewhere. But F this crap. Yeah, game over. Game freaking. Oh, should have used scan. What scan? But game effing over. Mother. You spider. Ridiculous. Redonkulous. Okay. So I guess the lesson I've learned the hard way is don't bother wasting turns slowing enemies down because they're just going to kick they're just going to react whenever you do cat, or especially the boss. The boss, if you attack him, can react and speed everybody else up. So I, let's just make sure we don't attack the boss, which means give him a free reign. Don't interrupt his ass because it's going to basically mean death. Um, let's just try to get rid of these little guys first, I suppose. Quicken ourselves will be easier. Quicken. Unless, of course, he paralyzes me. I think you should have the mage in the AoE at this point, but you are so different, I don't know. My strategy is buffed mage's power, if I can remember. Well, there's two problems. One is, yeah, I don't have the AoE on the mage, right? But I do have AoE attacks. But regardless, the problem with AoE, it's just basically offense. The problem is, if I get my ass kicked in 3 turns, unless my offense is up through the roof, I'm not going to win. It was just the fact that they kicked my ass so quickly. Because I understand the boss mechanics is a big part of the problem. Now I understand the boss mechanics a little bit better. I just hate games where, you have to die a few times to figure out the boss mechanics. Not something I'm super happy with. But c'est la vie. We will adapt. We will use a slowing potion here on the enemy, on the big boss, to at least slow him down. But we know we can't interrupt him, because if we interrupt him, it's basically our death. And of course, main hero Chicky-Doo is paralyzed. Well, at least she's not paralyzed anymore. Ugh. I really need to get rid of his little spider friends there. Oh, the boss is gathering strength. Nothing could possibly go wrong there. We're going to try to get this one at the top and at least try to wear one of these guys out. Wait a minute, our jester slowed down. So they must have did something to slow him down. Let's see if we can speed him back up with an item. Was there an attack, magic power up ability? I forgot. I'm pretty sure one of the characters is a buffer. I don't know of a buffing skill, but again, it would require me to have extra turns and survive through them. So I'm not super sure that would be super helpful here. Right now I'm just trying to manage the time flow, which is if enemies can move twice as fast or half speed, it's a huge difference. So my Jester's moving really slow. So let me swap her out with her sister, who can manipulate time a bit, and see if she can speed up the Jester back here, while slowing down one of these spiders here. And they're going to attack her, because why the hell wouldn't they? Let's have him attack this spider here. Because I'll bring in the hero to heal him in a bit. And have her heal the Jester. Oh! We're gonna have him defend because a bunch of enemies are about to attack in a row. And that helps a lot for him anyways. It's not helping her out, but... Who's the spider in the lead? This spider's in the lead? Let's slow him down. Just trying to get rid of one of these spiders at the moment. I'll have him defend. Have her heal. See, that defense really helps to cut down the damage when you know, they're targeted by that. Collect wishes. I'm almost out of wishes. So the boss about to attack. I feel tempted to cancel him, but we all know where that leads. That's the road to death. So we're not going to cancel the boss. We're going to let him do his attack. We at least got rid of 1 minion. 1 million. We're going to slash this spider down here. We can cancel his attack without fear of reprisal. Our hit points are in the medium. Could be better, but whatevs. We're going to attack him. Big ass spider's gaining strength. We're going to heal because I'm worried gathering strength really means kick my ass. And she's not going to be able to defend. She's not going to get an attack even before that little spider does. Let's have her defend. Let's have her defend because the boss is also going to attack him probably before her next turn. So let's have her defend. Let's have him defend. Even the normal giant spiders feel like boss. Oh yeah, no, even the normal spiders in this game. Like this game doesn't pull punches. I will say my expectations for the difficulty of the combat versus where they actually ended up is two totally different things. Let's heal our jester friend up. I need to slow down the enemies again. They're no longer slowed down. But for now, let's just interrupt his attack. It didn't even put him that far back in the line. He's already back in the red again. Ready to attack. Potion. Let's slow him down with a... What was it? The potion that slows him down is this big-ass spider potion. Let's slow down the boss at least. Oh, he just kind of like negated the slowdown. Where I come from, that's called cheating, but whatevs. All right, minion number 2 is down. I repeat, minion number 2 is down. Now, the problem with attacking the boss is we know he'll speed up. So, it is a complete waste of our time to try to slow him down. Now that we know that, we won't waste turns slowing him down. I don't know what he just did to himself because it looked like a paralyzed symbol there. But clearly he's, paralyzing himself. It might be a paralyzed defense. So let's heal ourselves. Ouch. Alright, let's have her swap out with the wizard. I don't know if the spider has any elemental weaknesses. Whoops. I meant to swap her out with the wizard. Actually, Aura's not the worst decision in the world. Let's have her speed up people. Actions. Speed up all. Alright, now let's have her swap out with the Finn. And see if we can cast a spell. Action. Let's try wildfire first. And have him attack. See if the spider's weak to fire here. He's not really weak to fire, but of course my mage has beefed up a magic point, so it did pretty good damage. Holy cow, that hurts. Let's keep everybody a little healed up here. And Monsoon the spider at the same time. Feel the power of Monsoon. So we go through the roller coaster emotion ride here of this boss battle. Could use some healing. Where's my character at? Oh, he's got more wishes here. Wishes are good. And Monsoon did good, but not good enough. Let's try lightning, because why the hell not? Interrupted. Counter interruption with speed up. Totally not fair. Let's have him attack. The wizard's doing a lot more damage than the physical damage is. So that's helpful to know. Let's have Nora come in here and speed up the wizard and feed him mana potions. Speed up, speed up. Oh, the enemy's about to cast. Let's have her defend. And that's why we had her. Oh, he got interrupted. Crapoli. Action. Quicken the wizard. And fire the spider with fire. And let's have her slow the spider. Well, the spider's about to take his turn. But he'll interrupt him. So let's try to lull him. Ouch. Oh, okay. That kind of helps when he speeds himself up and you slow him right back down. Ugh, he just buffed himself. That's cheating. Cheating, cheating, cheating. Let's have her... Let's have her swap out. With... Robert the spider... the mouse nobody cares about. Hinder. Hinder slows him down, sure. I'll teach ya. Paralyzing venom. Oh, he paralyzed my little friend. Ow. I feel like that's cheating. Go, go, mighty Monsoon. It's nothing like the game teaching you that. We know we want you to interrupt people, but don't do it against bosses because it's really gonna bite you in the ass. Yay game. Ouch. Grab these little glowing flowers over here. Could really use some more juice right now against this guy. Let me have the Jester. Can I have the Jester or did he die? No. Just have the Jester come back, see if I can interrupt him. Of course, that only seems to make him faster whenever you do interrupt him. Yep. See there? Faster. Oh, and she can't slow down because she's out of juice. It's all about your juice. I'll have him defend. It's all about the slowdown juice. We'll have him use a potion to get her back some magic points because she's running low. I think manipulating his slowdowns and stuff is very important here. And we'll have her use, now that she has magic points, speed up the Jester. It may just be, Doomering says, it may just be the boss that counters interrupts like that. Some of the other regular monsters do have interrupt to the counters. And some of them are pretty painful. None of them speed up like this and are quite this painful as a boss. I'm not I'm thinking through Grandia games. I don't think what's that other one called? It's on the tip of my tongue. But I don't know of too many other games where where if you can interrupt a boss that they have basically an automatic reaction to your interrupt that kicks your ass. Or even just hurts you to begin with. It reminds me of like Magic the Gathering. If you play the blue deck, you had in the blue deck you had interrupts to whatever interrupts the other guy might have. Yeah, to have a boss that does that automatically 100% of the time is just irritating and is not a good boss mechanic, in my humble opinion. Let's see here. Let us swap out with the wizard again. As Finn's doing the most damage here, and somebody else pointed out how awesome he is, but he does need some more magic points. Let's give him some more magic points. And let's slow this guy down. AoE makes this game a lot easier, though. Well, I'm not sure it's really helping us as boss. There's no AoE to have. There's only one boss. I do have some AoE attacks, and you're right. It does make the game easier. Against the trash mobs, if you were watching, I'm sure you were, but I was getting through some of those AoE, or some of those trash mob encounters faster because I had the mouse who could do the AoE attacks, and I also have an AoE tech, I think, on the hero. So that was kind of helping to get through those faster. Absolutely. But against the boss here, I don't think it's super helpful because there's only one boss. And he's a cheater. He's very much a cheater. Moogle says AoE should let you damage each link so you kill it faster. Right? I'd be totally okay with that. He sped himself up. That is so freaking rude. I thought I could interrupt him, but he's just too fast with that speed up action. She's out magic points again. I'll try to slow him down with a lull. You are a cheater. You have the power to save load. No. You guys need to understand how things work in my world, okay? If I win, it's through clever strategy, proper leveling, and supreme tactics. If my opponent or the computer wins, it's clearly because they were cheating, okay? That's the way things work in my world. And if you guys are going to watch me stream, you understand my rules. My wife's gotten used to them, I mean, she, for some odd reason, wants to argue that they're somehow silly. But she knows I'm right. Please reconnect controller 1. What do you mean recontrol? What do you mean stupid Windows? All right. Let's see here. Let's go back to Aurora. No. Countering her up by speeding his ass up. Of course somebody gets paralyzed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's the world's longest drawn out battle. Because boss battle means it must be drug out. Oh, let's come out with the jester, heal up the guy down here who's completely helpless. Chaos. Wait, you don't like my cheating rules? Because those are totally valid. Totally. Good time to defend there. This big ass spider just needs to die. Is he slouching over? I think he's slouching over. Ooh, 175, that hurts. Of course, he just speeds himself up because that's completely fair. No, it's not. It's cheating. Let's all be honest. It's cheating. Everybody knows that's cheating. I don't even know why I slow him down because every time I accidentally attack him, he speeds back up. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt one of us so bad it's not even funny. Ugh. Auto haste is a cheat. Auto haste? Yeah, I know. That's what he has. He has freaking auto haste. That's completely a cheat. Everyone knows that's a cheat. And he doesn't care. Woo! 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 Spider Witch is down! I want to say another word, but you know, kids. Spider Witch is down! Woo! Touchdown! Woo! Ho, 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 ho. Yeah! F you! How long did that take? Like 40 minutes? Yeesh. Magna's blood flows strong, and hopefully for long. Okay, whatever. Oh my gosh, there's another spider right up there. Did it save? Somebody tell me it saved. All right, we're gonna use a mouse skill. We're gonna use a mouse skill just for kicks and gurgles. And that's gonna save the game. Okay, so there we go. We beat the spider boss. Oh my gosh, your reward rhymes, right? All right, that's definitely an evening. Thank you guys so much for being on. Um, Tomorrow night, I'm playing Monster Hunter. Hit us up in Discord if you're interested in joining or playing Monster Hunter Generations or Monster Hunter Rise demo. I'm not sure which, but we're playing Monster Hunter on Switch somehow. On Saturday evening, I come back here. I stream more of this again. You can watch me get more frustrated with Child of Light. Feel free to join me starting at 9 p.m. I might start earlier. We'll see. Maybe I'll do an extra stream instead during the day. Who knows? Who knows? Follow us. Follow me at JCServant to keep up with whatever the hell's going through my little bunny brain. And I'll keep you posted. But at the very least, you can count on me being here between 9 and midnight Eastern Standard Time, as always, on Saturday nights. So, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think... So right now I'm on Saturday, Mondays, and Wednesday nights. I was thinking Maybe more beneficial to be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays because that's easier to say. Maybe people get that weekdays all three together. Maybe I should do those. And if I do Saturday, it'll just be a surprise, right? But maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. But I was kind of thinking through. Maybe that's kind of confusing that I do Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and they're kind of spread out. Who knows? But anywho's, thank you all for staying. Thank you so much for being on with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. There will be more coming on later on. Check us out at rpgamer.com, your source for news, reviews, podcast, and home to the best RP gaming community on the net. We'd love to hear from you over at Twitch, over at rpgamer.com, at Twitter at rpgamer, etc., etc. And I'm at JCServant, or you can email me JCServant at rpgamer.com if you're any email, private message me on Twitter, whatever, at JCServant. But as always, I am Phil Willis, aka JCServant, your humble servant in adventuring here at RP Gamer, and I am signing off. Have a great evening.